So my integrating factor is e power minus 10 ln t, which is nothing but t power minus 10. So now when I multiply with the integrating factor the whole equation, I will be getting t power minus 10 f dash t minus 10 t power minus 11 f of t equal to minus 9 t power minus 12. So this is nothing of the form. You can see there it is u dv plus v du. So we can write it as differentiation of t power minus 10 into f of t, which is equal to minus 9 t power minus 12 dt. So I can integrate both sides. By integrating both sides, we will be getting t power minus 10 f of t is equal to minus 9 by 11 t power minus 11 plus c. So we can clearly see it is given that f of 1 is equal to 2. F of 1 is given to be 2. So I will be getting 2 equal to minus 9 by, actually it is minus 9 by minus 11 will be there. So minus 9 by minus 11 plus c. So c will come out to be 13 by 11. Now I will substitute the value of c there. By substituting the value of c equal to 13 by 11, I will be getting f of t equal to 9 by 11 t power minus 1 plus 13 by 11 t power 10. So this is the function we got. I think in the question f of x should be a differentiable function, it should be given. And this is the function we got. If with there the options should be there, f of 2 or other things there. But in the question as such, they asked only to find f of x. So f of x will be 9 by 11 x power minus 1 plus 13 by 11 x power 10. So Chetan, any doubt? So this is a question where we make use of limit, orbital rule, and we get a linear differential equation, and we multiply with the integrating factor, and then get the function. And in constant, we find out because f of 1 is given to be 2. So the constant is 13 by 11, and the function is we have found out. And along with this, the options, if it is given, we will accordingly check the options which are given. But since it is not given here, so we can say this is the function here. Any doubt? Chetan, can you unmute and talk to us?
Any other students who have just like to discuss this question with sir also can raise a hand. We can allow the student to talk. So as I think there's nobody else.
Is there anybody else there?
And
Karthik, the student is there?
no, sir. So we can close it. Like if you're done, we can move further.
Okay. So I can stop the sharing.
That was wonderful. So I think students who were there would have got some idea about the question asked. Maybe the student who posted the question wasn't available today, but he can definitely go to YouTube where they can scroll back and completely see the discussion or the solving of this question later on stage also at any time. They have to just again go to the FIITJEE website, FIITJEE Global website, and click on the individual link given for physics, chemistry, and mathematics, and they can refer it from there. The website is FIITJEEGlobalSchool.JEE Advance 2024, from where they can refer to the YouTube link as well. Or they can directly go to the YouTube link of FIITJEE Global School, YouTube channel of FIITJEE Global School, and refer all the question discussed over today. So fine, now we'll move further. At the moment, I think we have Chetan again is there. He's raised a hand. Wait, Chetan, I'll allow you to talk. Yes, Chetan, now you're being permitted to talk. If you have any query, you can ask sir. MRR sir is there who solved this question right now. We would like to ask anything?
No, sir, like PDF. Can you share the PDF of questions today? Advanced questions so that I can check.
Now, as I said, you can go to the website, FIITJEE Global School website, or you can go to the YouTube channel of FIITJEE Global School, and you can refer all the entire discussion explained or entire question explained over there. Scroll down and you can see the entire session today itself.
Okay, sir.
You can
Like, can you share
see
the
it anytime,
can you share the
later on
PDF
also.
of, like, can you share the PDF questions like today
We
example?
have not planned to share any PDF at the moment, Chetan, but as I said, it's being explained and it is being recorded, available in the YouTube channel. So you can
Okay,
refer
sir.
it from there.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Chetan. So
Okay,
again,
sir.
I say that any student who could not attend the discussion session, they can definitely go to the YouTube channel of FIITJEE Global School, and the entire recorded session will be available there, and they can watch it from there. Fine, till the next question comes, we move on. Sir, do we have a next question, or we can take one, move on something? MRR, sir?
Yeah, means I think there are no students there no, at the moment.
We don't have to worry about the availability of students, sir, but if we have a questions, we can pose. I think right now we still need some time.
No, we have no at the moment only this question. I think Prasad ji will must have allotted somebody else for some other question. Prasad ji.
Yes, sir. Give me some time, sir. And another 10 to 15 minutes, we'll come back with the next question.
Fine. Okay, sir. So till the time we have a next question coming up, again, I would like to brief on certain things. If the student would have missed, the student who are watching through YouTube channel, just to give them idea how to participate in this event today. Again, I'll just give them small briefing. This is a JEE Advance 2024 live discussion happening right now. Our FIITJEE expert faculties are solving the question posted by you people, the people who have appeared in JEE Advance today. It is being addressed. All the questions posted will be addressed. So how you participate in that? I'll share the screen. In YouTube, people watching in YouTube also, they can go through it. So this is the link which is there. FIITJEE Global School.com JEE Advance 2024. You can note down it. People can log into that link in case they have any queries or any questions which they have appeared the exam today, JEE Advance exam today. They would like to post it. They can click on the link, each subject wise. I am explaining for the student who appeared or watching in YouTube today and don't know how to appear or engage in the session today. For them, they can just go to FIITJEE Global School /JEE Advance, FIITJEEGlobalSchool.com JEE Advance 2024. And this is the mechanism of participation is briefed over there. You can click on subject wise. Once you click on subject, a Google form will appear. You have to fill up the detail. choose the topic, write a question paper in a neat white paper, take a snap of it and post it. That's all. That's a simple thing. And once we receive it, after that, you'll be intimated through WhatsApp that we have received your question, and you will get a slot as well where the discussion will happen, a time slot when the discussion of JEE question will be discussed. That time slot will also be shared with you. You can log in through Zoom link to engage or discuss the question. In the same web page, if you go, there will be a login page for physics. Just click on that, submit your details, and register to join. So once you get the link in your mail ID, you write your name and mail ID over here and your mobile number. You'll get the link of it. And as soon as you get the link, you can join it. Or you can join at the time suggested for you. If you want to watch the entire session also, you can join. So this is how it is, the entire process works. So now our Navneet sir is ready with the question. Let's see what he has the questions with him right now. So I'll stop sharing the screen and we'll invite Navneet sir to.
No, sir, it
Pose
takes,
the
it will
question.
take, it will
That's the
take
question.
time, sir. It will take time, sir. Yet to reach, yet to receive.
And
Acha, okay.
AC by lambda.
Yeah, I'm ready, sir. We can
He is
go ahead.
posted on message that I'm ready.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir. So Navneet sir is ready with the question. So let's see.
Yeah, may I know
You can
who
go ahead,
has,
sir. You can start.
yeah, may I know who has sent this question?
Probably we don't have the details available with us at the moment.
Mr. Sampath has sent it, sir, but he is not there in the group now.
Okay, fine. So the question I received is this: to evaluate tan of sine inverse 3 by 5 minus 2 into cos inverse 2 by root 5. This is the question. So this is actually a JEE main level question, in fact, from inverse trigonometry functions. Or even I would say it's an NCERT level question actually. So let's see how to solve this is convert everything in terms of tan. Sine inverse 3 by 5 is actually tan inverse 3 by 4. And cos inverse 2 by root 5 is actually tan inverse 1 by 2. Okay. And then we have to apply the formula for 2 tan inverse x. So this becomes tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x squared. So as you can see, this becomes tan inverse 3 by 4 minus tan inverse 4 by 3. And then direct application of formula gives you. So what formula I'm applying? So basically I'm applying the formula tan of tan inverse x minus tan inverse of y is equal to x minus y by 1 plus x y. And also I had used another formula as well. That is 2 tan inverse of x. That is for 2 tan inverse 1 by 2. I had used this formula as well. That is tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square, provided mod x is less than 1. So yeah, and now applying the final formula, I'll be getting this as 3 by 4 minus 4 by 3 by 1 plus 3 by 4 into 4 by 3. So that simplifies to 9 minus 16 by 24. So the answer is minus 7 by 24. Okay, so that's all. That is the answer for this question. So the option, as per the question which I have received, it's option A. Okay, right, sir. So that is the second question. Fine. So that's all. I think Karthik sir can continue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So that's what wonderful. And I think the student who have posted it would have was not available today now at the moment. But as I said,
Okay.
you can go to YouTube and you can watch this entire session available there, recorded. FIITJEE Global website, FIITJEE Global YouTube channel, school YouTube channel can be referred to further into that. So meanwhile, we get the next question. Let's see.
Thank you.
We'll see some analysis. Like meanwhile, we get some more questions. We'll see some analysis about the 2023, 2024, 2023, 2022, how the JEE appeared, JEE Advance happened, and what are the entire difficulty level of questions. So I'm going to share one small PPT with you, which will keep on discussing in between of questions. We don't want to make it a complete presentation session. It is an engagement session of JEE Advance appeared student as well as our faculties today. But meanwhile, in between, we will keep on discussing about the last 2-year trend as well. So let's see. I'm going to share about something about that as well. So this is something about we are going to discuss about the JEE patterns. We have made some small info available for you, like how many zones are there. There's a 7th zone. How many IITs are there? So the students who are probably, as like one of our student from Kochi joined, Chetan, who is going to appear in 2025, might be useful for him. It might be useful for the future appearing students. They can go through this infos and target what are the courses they're going to join in future. They can plan even more structurized manner. What is the idea about college? What is the course they are going to join? So that will give them some focus, some goal to be within the number or within the rank or within the all India rank they have to be. What is the percentage of mark they have to take up the rank? That also they can plan it with reference over this slides. So this is something we have at the moment, the availability of overall seats, elite institutes of India who are running the mechanical courses, the IIT, which we call. These are some of the total seats we have available, 17,385. So we have mentioned the year founded as well, the location, everything. So certain things which might be useful for the future preparing students. This is something happened already today. We know that. So we'll skip that side. We'll go to something which can be discussed with the future students. First, let's understand how the scoring pattern works in the last 10 years. So this is what I was talking about. They can plan the goal. If you have to be in certain college with a certain department, there might be a certain criteria which you need to focus on. So this will give you people some rough idea how the percentage wise all India JEE Advanced rank has been happening. 5,000 rank, if you see the benchmark of 5,000 rank, started from 2014. It started at a percent of 49 and then it has came down and then suddenly increased in 2017. Then it gradually came down and last year it was around 43%. The student who got secured, 43% were able to be within 5,000 ranks. And again, then we have given a benchmark of 2,000 and 1,000. So this will give a student at the moment already preparing for in 12th or in 11th class existing. This is where you have to target your exams goal, in the sense what department you're targeting and what kind of college you're targeting. So this ranks will give you more idea about it. So you can work on to that. So now format of question paper. Again, this will give you some rough idea about the JEE 2023 pattern which happened. If you could see numeric type questions, how many questions we had, mark per questions, total marks. So this all exam pattern we had. Definitely pattern always tend to change. If you see the 2023 and 2024, 2022 and 2023, there is a very minimum difference possibly. This is the 2023 pattern. So somewhere things will not jump immediately as we expect. A year-wise jump, if you see even the pattern in 2022, comparatively 2023, there is not a big level of change into pattern, marking schemes and everything. Typically, it remained moreover in the same numeric values and numbers. If you see the numeric type, combined 72, and again, numeric type in 2023, it has remained the same. So this will remain somewhere in constant level. So we can work with that. People can plan how it has to be done. This is again the percentage basis, how the marks is being calculated. Numeric type 40%, 2022 last 4 years, 5 years records we have given 40% of numeric type in JEE 2022, 23, 21, 20. There was a little bit spike of 50%. And then again, there was a drop in 30% in 2019. So all the individual matrix type, single correct choice comparisons, you see there is a almost similar to the value which was there in last 5 year pattern or trend has not taken a big change except 2022. We have 2020, we have not taken a big change of patterns or a big variation of changes. So this is one of the instruction which we have it for the existing students, the students who appeared in today. So this we can skip it again. This is 2024 analysis of the paper. What kind of easy or moderate or difficult level of question papers we had based on the exact question paper we had. It is something being shown here. So this is for, again, I'm saying that this is for the student who are there in 11th class and 12th class. They can refer on to this. They can see the easy, moderate and difficult level questions. But definitely this might change. But this is for a certain level of give you a rough idea about how this goes. And then we go towards the source where these points or where the questions are being taken from, the level of NCERT questions, how many questions we can have it. So FIITJEE package, yes. If some of your people are FIITJEE students, we have taken a FIITJEE package because it's one of the pattern proof package we have. Again, our all archives like GMP, RDX, AITS, test series, all those we have considered. So certain questions we have shown here. You can refer to that, which is covered in our package. Now we go to the level, the easy level variation, how it has been. So again, 2019 to 2023, the level, if you see the variation in easy format, the questions of easy format, somewhere we had a very dip in 2019 and 2016, but 3 years, 2020, 2022 and 2023, almost it remained in the same form percentage of 20 to 30% window. Similarly, if we talk about moderate, we had the same level of change of patterns and difficult also. So if we take last 2 years alone, if we take about 2023 and 2022 and 23, there is not a big difference. Its a number is very low. The changes what we had in pattern, it was very less. We had 29% and 22%. So roughly there is not big difference into it. Again, 53% moderate. In 2022, 47%, which dipped again. The difficulty level of questions, and in difficult segment, we almost had stagnant changes, 25% or 24%. So this is average figure which we have taken for the overall growth, overall changes of the variation of the patterns, 21%, 51%, and 28%. So the questions were moderate range, were more particularly from higher side, 51%. Now this is something about physics. Now we go to the chemistry. Chemistry again, if you see, there's again a moderate level questions were being asked more, 56%. The difficult level remain the same, similar to that. Whatever we saw in physics, 28%. And here again, we had seen 24%. So moderate level questions were more comparatively. Now let's go to mathematics. See, again, see the mathematics weightage of moderate level questions were more, 53%. So in all three segments, physics, chemistry, maths, all three segments, the moderate level questions, the weightage was more. We had more number of questions in here. So that's the average. Overall, if you see, this is the overall figure, putting all through subjects, 73%. And this is how it is being figured out. So average figure of 74%. 5 years of average says that easy and moderates together will be around 70 to 75%. That's what we have shown here. The last 5 years figure from 2019 to 2023. So the people who are preparing for 2025 or 2026 can take some hint out of it and plan their academic according to that. Okay, we have been going non-stop. Let's see if we have some questions ready.
So one more question just came, sir. Just give two
Fine.
to 3 minutes time, sir. Our
Okay,
team member
okay,
will join.
Fine.
MNTK, sir, will be ready. 2 to 3 minutes time.
Okay. Okay, then we'll continue with our PPT or continue with our some info about the JEE Advanced papers, what we've been discussing for the student in specifically 11th and 12th, and looking for future appearance. So we are discussing about the moderate and easy level of questions appearing. So that is what we have shown here. Now move further. This is something with the percentage we talked about already. About if you are planning for, suppose you are planning for IIT Mumbai. So, and you're planning for BTech or computer science over there, what should be your all India rank? So you have to be within 1,000. That is what a moderate idea we get it out of it. So you're aiming for Chennai and you're aiming for mechanical department, you have to be within 2,000. That is what the rank we suggest to be there. So you can see the last few years of ranks and the seat allocations. You can do research on your own. You can refer to some alumni students and you can talk to them and you can figure out. We have given certain illustrations in terms of JEE rank and percent, but I would suggest you student to go even in depth and identify the college seats and department based on the All India ranks, what they are getting. So this will be helpful for you to have some clear goal settings or goal plan for yourself. So what rank I have to be there if I would like to take particular department or particular course in this particular college. So this chart is going to help you with that. But going further, you people can work out something on your own also. That if yes, right now my present potential says that I am within 9,000 rank or I am within 8,000 rank. So I have to be within 5,000 rank to get the good decent course in a good IIT. That is what you would suggest. You might be able to get clear it, and you might be 35% mark says that you will be within the 10,000 ranks. But it is also about what seat you get or what kind of department you get. So this is where you have to work on your own based on your goal. If you want to be mechanical engineering, if you want to do a computer science, you want to do electronics, whatever you want to do, based on that, whatever the college you're preferring, you try to aim it and plan it according to that.
Karthik sir,
Yes, sir.
please invite MNTK sirs.
Oh, fine. So our expert faculty team is ready with the question. So we'll continue further.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So Navneet sir is again
Okay,
with us.
sure. Yeah. Just a minute, I'll share the screen.
He is there with us from last 10 years. So about some introduction about him. He's been there with us with last 20 years, and he completed his IIT in 2014, I believe.
Yes, sir. Yes.
From IIT Chennai.
Yes, he's from IIT Chennai. So we have a lot of IIT alumni students with us. So he completed BTech Mechanical Engineering for IIT Madras in 2014 and working with us as FIITJEE from last 10 years. One of the expert faculty we have who helped a lot of students to clear his goal, achieve his goal. More than 1,000 of students have achieved their goals with the help of Navneet sir. So he's again with us.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, okay, students, so I've come up with a permutation combinations question. So I'll write the question here first, okay? So this is a good level question we have got this time. So a group of 9 students, S1, S2, dot, up to S9 is to be divided to form three teams, X, Y, and Z of sizes 2, 3, and 4. Suppose S1 cannot be selected for team X and S2 cannot be selected for team Y, then the number of ways of forming such teams is. So this is the question from permutations and combinations that came this year. It's a very good question. So how to solve this is, so what I do is I'll assume 9 places. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's assume there are 9 different places, and these 9 places, obviously, I am meaning the 9 students. Okay, and we have to now assign them to 3 teams. That is X, Y, and Z. We have 3 teams, X, Y, and Z. So, and how many X's we have here? Like how many students will go to the team X? There will be 2 students, right? So basically, let's call them as like X. So we have like 2 X's now, and we have 3 Y's, and there are 4 Z's. Okay. And now basically I should do a permutation of these 2 X's, 3 Y's, and the 4 Z's in these 9 places. For example, if I do a permutation, let's say, for example, like this Y, and then Z, and then X, and then Y, and then Z, Z. So this is a permutation of 2 X's, 3 Y's, and 4 Z's. Now, what this permutation actually now means? This permutation means that the student 3 and 4 has gone to the team X. Okay. And the students S1, S5, and S6 has gone to the team Y. Okay. And the remaining members, that means the student S2 and the S7 and the S8 and the S9 are part of TZ. So which means that any permutation of these two X's and three Y's and the four Z's will correspond to a way in which you can divide the 9 students into 3 groups of those particular sizes. But we have a condition here that the student 1 should not be selected for the team X, which means permutation X should not come in the first place. That means this place. I have already occupied that with Y. So that place cannot be occupied by X, because if X comes in the first place, it means S1 goes to team X. That's not allowed. And also, the student 2 cannot be selected for team Y, which means in the second position, you cannot have Y coming there. Okay. So which means there are 2 conditions that need to be satisfied. So one condition is that, let us call that as condition A, that is a set of all permutations of these X's, Y's and Z's such that X comes in the first place. We don't want this to happen, but let me first introduce it as a set of permutations, which we don't want actually. And B is similarly the set of all permutations such that Y comes in the second place. As you know, that these are the things which okay. So B is a set of permutations that Y comes in the second place. As we know that these are the conditions that we those are not supposed to happen. A and B are not supposed to happen. So here, what I'm trying to apply here is the inclusion-exclusion principle here. Or in other words, using set theory is just the De Morgan's law. So basically what I want is the number of elements in A complement intersection B complement. Means I don't want A to happen, as well as I don't want B to happen. So that is basically n of A complement intersection B complement. And that is nothing but n of A union B the whole complement. Okay, so this is De Morgan's law from set theory. Or otherwise, when it comes to counting principles, we also call it as the inclusion-exclusion principle. So that will be equal to n of U minus n of A union B, which is n of U minus n of A minus n of B plus n of A intersection B. So n of U is basically the set of all permutations. So set of all permutations 9 factorial by 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial. This is well known. Minus n of A. N of A means X comes in the first place. Remember that we don't want that. That's why we're subtracting it from the total. So if X comes in the first place, then we have remaining 8 X's and Y's and Z's. And out of that, now we have already kept the X in the first place. That means there are now 3 Y's and 4 Z's. So we have to divide by that. And then minus, similarly, now when I keep the Y in the second place, there will be remaining objects, 8 objects. And the permutation will be 8 factorial divided by, in the remaining 8 places, they can be permuted in 8 factorial divided by 2 X's, so 2 factorial. Already I kept 1 Y, so there will be only 2 more Y's remaining. And then there are 4 Z's, so 4 factorial. And then plus, fine. N of A intersection B. So A intersection B means, basically, we are keeping X and Y, means X in the first place and Y in the second place. Now, why are we adding that? Because we have actually subtracted those things twice. That's why we are adding that. And that is basically what is inclusion-exclusion principle. It takes care of that. So it will become now 7 factorial by 3 factorial into 4 factorial. So this is the answer for this. We have to simplify this, but the idea is this. So if a student has any doubt, you can ask at this point of time before I do the calculations. I can show you the full screen. So this is the idea for solving this question. Any doubts at this point of time from students?
Any student who have a doubt in the concept, maybe not the posted student, other than then they can also post questions in chat. We can allow them to talk by unmuting. If anybody would like to ask any questions. At the moment,
Okay.
I think we don't have any questions, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this was the idea used in solving this question, basically converting a division problem to a permutation problem, so that we can easily apply the constraints that the student 1 should not be taken to the team X and the student 2 should not be taken to the team Y. It can be just a permutation problem, and we are using the technique of inclusion exclusion principle to solve this. So okay, now let us get to the calculations part. So calculations part, we have to first take the LCM. The LCM is, as you can see, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial will be the LCM in this expression. And the numerator will be 9 factorial minus 2 into 8 factorial. Yeah. And then minus 3 into 8 factorial plus 2 into 7 factorial. As you can see, this will become 5 times 8 factorial. So let's do that. And here I can actually take an 8 factorial common from these two terms. So that comes out to be 8 factorial into 9 minus 5, which is a 4, plus 2 into 7 factorial. And then we have the denominator 2 into 6 into 24. Okay. Or we will just write this as 4 factorial itself. And from these two, we can take a 7 factorial common outside. In fact, 2 into 7 factorial can be taken common out, or if you want, you can cancel the 2 here itself. But okay, we'll do it in the next step. You can take 2 into 7 factorial common out, and what remains is 8 into 2. That is a 16 plus 1 divided by 2 into 6 into 4 factorial. This is just calculations. So 2 gets cancelled, and we'll be getting finally 17 into so 7 factorial divided by 4 factorial. So we have to write that as 5, 6, 7 divided by 6. So 6 and 6 gets cancelled, and finally we'll be down to 17 into 35, which upon doing the calculations, 17 into 35.
சார் நீங்க அங்க இவரு அபிஷேக் அங்க இருக்கீங்களா? அபிஷேக் ஜெயின் அதே நுங்க பக்கத்துல தானே இருக்கீங்க? இல்ல நம்மளோட மேத்ஸ் யூடியூப் லிங்க் வந்து சரியா ஒர்க் ஆகலன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். நான் கிளிக் பண்ணி பார்க்கறேன். அது
சார் ஐ திங்க்
ரீஸ்டார்ட் கொடுத்தோம். அவர்தான் சொன்னாரு இப்ப எண்ட் பண்ணிருங்க, நீங்க அப்புறம் திருப்பியும் வந்து ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு. ஏன்னா நான் கேட்டுட்டு தான் பண்ணேன். ஏன்னா இப்ப யாரும் வரல, நம்ம வந்து ஒரு 5 மினிட்ஸ் கழிச்சு லைவ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம்னு. அப்ப நீங்க எண்ட் ஸ்ட்ரீம் கொடுத்துருங்க, அதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போது
Karthik ji, you are please unmute.
No, please mute actually.
Sorry, Karthik ji.
I'm extremely sorry.
Yeah. Okay, shall I continue?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So here, I think in the step here, I think I wrote here 3 factorial. That is, just let me check. In fact, that will be a 2 factorial. Sorry, because we have after keeping an x and a y in the first and second place, we'll have remaining, you know, 2 y's, and then we have 4 z's, right? Yeah. So it's going to be a 2 factorial to 4 factorial. Sorry, I'm sorry. So it'll be only a 2 factorial there. So because of that, here it's not going to be 2 here. It's going to be a 6 here. I guess just a small calculation error. So there's going to be a 6 there, and that 6 will carry forward here, and that 6 will come here. And because of that, if I take the 7 factorial to 2 outside, there'll be a 3 here, and that'll become a 19 here, and that'll become a 19 to 35, and the final answer comes out to be 665. Yeah. So that's the final answer. Yes. Okay. So I hope all of you followed this question. It was a good level question from permutations and combination. Okay. So that's all from my side. So thank you. Thanks for giving me the time. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You
Thank
can
you so
continue
much
then.
for helping students. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So I believe now one of our elite faculty, Kishore sir, is ready with one of the question. He's just posted now. So can we make him live?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Kishore sir is here. Yes.
Yes. I think, okay, you're joining from same screen. Okay, fine.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Karthik sir. Thanks for this opportunity. And
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
good evening,
Happy to have you here.
Prasad sir also.
So
Thanks for
students
this
will be watching
opportunity.
you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
It's a trigonometry question which I wanted to take. So it's given like this: cot x equal to minus 5 by root 11 and pi by 2 less than x less than 5. That means x belongs to second quadrant. So they're asking the value of sine 11x by 2 times sine 6x minus cos 6x plus cos 11x by 2 times sine 6x plus cos 6x. So this question is completely based on the formulas. If you are thorough with the formulas and if you have taken care of this particular part, then it is easy. You can get the answer, I can say. But if you don't know formulas, then it's going to put you in trouble. So let's see it. So now let me take, if you want to check the formula here, sine 6x cos 6x is there. So either you convert this sine to cos or you convert this cos to sine, so that you can able to use the formula like sine c minus sine d or cos c minus cos d kind of thing. I'm going to convert this cos 6x to sine. So let's take sine 11x by 2 sine 6x minus, I can write this as sine pi by 2 minus 6 plus cos 11x by 2. Same thing here. Again, this is sine and this is cos. So both either they should be in cos or should be in sine. So let me take this as sine 6x. In the same way, I'll convert this to sine pi by 2 minus 6. That means I converted it to in terms of sine. So here I'm going to use sine c minus sine d formula. Here I'm going to use sine c plus sine d formula. So sine 11x by 2 is going to be 2 cos c plus d by 2. That means 6x gets cancelled and you get pi by 4 into sine cos c minus d by 2. Sine c minus d by 2. That means 6x plus, I'm sorry, minus pi by 2 minus 6x will come. So that means 12x minus pi by 2 will. plus cos 11x by 2. Now here sin c minus sin d, so 2 sin c plus d by 2, so 6x gets cancelled. You get pi by 4, and cos c minus d by 2. Again here this is going to be 12x minus pi by 2 by 2. So we get sine 11x by 2, and I can write this as cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. I can take this as root 2 times, because 2 into 1 by root 2 will get cancelled and you get root 2. And this I can write 6x minus pi by 4 plus cos 11x by 2. And here also, as you know, sine pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. 2 and 1 by root 2 will get cancelled. You get root 2 times cos 6x minus pi by 4. You can notice that I can take root 2 common. Then this will become sine 11x by 2 sine 6x minus pi by 4 plus cos 11x by 2 cos 6x minus pi by 4. That means you can notice that this again forms a formula cos A minus B, cos A cos B plus sin A sin B formula. So this is going to give you root 2 times cos A minus B. That means 11x by 2 minus 6x plus pi by 4, I can say. Okay. Then now, sir, how to go to next page?
With the pen.
With the pen, you press
There.
untitled page.
Pen.
I can't see previous one.
Yeah.
Thank you. So now this is going to be root 2 times cos, like 11x by 2 minus 6x is going to give you minus x by 2. I can take minus common, then I can say x by 2 minus pi by 4. Doesn't matter because cos minus theta is cos theta, so minus will not affect it. So this is going to be root 2 times cos A minus B, again cos x by 2 into cos pi by 4 gives you 1 by root 2 plus sin x by 2 into sin pi by 4 gives you 1 by 2, which is basically cos x by 2 plus sin x. Now we need to know this value to get this output. Now we will come to the content which is given to us as cot x by 2. Sorry, cot x is minus 5 by root 11. Minus 5 by root 11. So cot x is given as minus 5 by root 11. And x belongs to second quadrant. And you can notice that we need x by 2 here, x by 2. We need x by 2. So you can see if x is second quadrant, then x by 2 is going to be in the first quadrant. So I need, that means sin x by 2, cos x by 2, both are going to be positive here. Whereas cot x is negative because x is in the second quadrant. Now let me get cos x value, by which I can able to find sin x by 2, cos x by 2. So you can see here. So this is cot, so this is 5 and this root 11. If I take this as alpha, then I can say alpha square is 5 square 25 plus root 11 square is 11, which gives you 30. So alpha is going to be 6. So basically here this is 6. So you get cos x. Second quadrant, cos is negative, so you get you know, second quadrant, cos is negative. So cos x is going to give you 5/6, which is negative minus. Now I need, from this, I'm going to find sin x by 2, cos x by 2. So as you all know that cos x, I can write 1 minus 2 sin square x by 2, which is going to give you minus 5/6. So I need 2 sin square x by 2 gives you 1 plus 5/6, which is 11/6. So you get sin x by 2 as root 11 by root 12. Hope I'm clear. Anybody have any doubt in between? You can raise your voice. By this, you can even pass x by 2. Here you have x by 2 is, here plus or minus will come because sine square is there, plus or minus will come, but I go with plus sign because you know that x by 2 is first quadrant. So this is root 11 and this is root 12. So you can find out, if I take this as alpha, then alpha square is 12 minus 11, which is 1. So alpha is 1. So this is, I'm taking 1. So I can find cos x by 2 as 1 by root 12. Now I need cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2. Cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2, which is going to give you 1 by root 12 plus root 11 by root 12. So the answer is 1 plus root 11 by root 12. So this is the answer. I don't know exactly in what format they ask, whether it is single answer question or numerical. Numerical means root 11, root 12 values you need to evaluate and then get the answer. So hope you understood this, students. Karthik ji.
Fine, sir. I think we
Can you hear me,
don't
Karthik
have-
ji?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am here, and I think we don't have the student available.
Anybody have any doubts?
Any student who have a
Okay,
doubt, they
okay.
can raise a hand. We have raised hand by Kumresh Mandal. I think
Sir will be
Sir
solving
is-
the next question, sir. You can make him host, he will be solving it.
okay, fine, sir. So Kumresh Mandal, sir, is one of
Next
our
question is taken
faculties
by
in maths department.
Kumresh sir.
I invite him. Kumresh, sir, you can join.
That will be here.
Hello again, and I think Kumresh sir is going to solve the question now. I think we are getting a good amount of questions. We have started getting good amount of questions from the students. Back to back, we are getting questions, and our faculty team is supporting onto solving that. It's good. Kumresh sir, you can join.
He's joining, sir, joining, sir.
Again, for the people watching in YouTube, I would recommend, if they are looking to drop the question, they can go to the websites which are being referring again and again.
Yeah, primary school.
It is FIITJEEGlobalschool.com, JEE Advance 2024. They can go and they can follow the instruction to drop the questions. Meanwhile, Kumresh sir joins, they can write down the question in white paper and post a mathematics question in this group. So here with us, Kumresh sir has joined. Welcome, Kumresh sir.
Yeah. Good evening, Karthik ji. Good evening, all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Sorry. Just 1 minute, sir. Just.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. So we'll discuss the vector problem. Okay, right, okay. Right. The question, whatever the asked as per the students' inputs. Okay. The question says that OP
Ashaji,
is a vector
can you give me
is equal to
few minutes?
alpha minus 1 by alpha
I'm just having a problem.
into I cap
Just few minutes.
plus J cap plus K cap. OQ is another vector given by I cap plus beta minus 1 by beta into J cap plus K cap. And OR is another vector given that I cap plus J cap plus half into K cap. And alpha, beta, gamma are three real number. Alpha, beta are real number. Minus 0 means alpha cannot be 0 and beta also cannot be 0. Right? And given that OP cross OQ dot OR vector is equal to 0. And alpha, beta, comma 2 lies on the plane 3x plus 3y minus z minus L plus L equal to 0. We need to find the value of L. That was a question. Okay, hopefully it's a numerical problem. Right. This one standard means no means there's a direct formula based problem we can say. So as you know that OP cross OQ dot OR. If you find the formula or if you use the formula OP cross OQ dot OR, this is a scalar triple product. This value is nothing but the value of the determinant of alpha minus 1 by alpha means A1, B1, C1. If you take A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3 are the corresponding component of IJ, K cap, then we can write that the OP cross OQ dot OR, the determinant form of alpha minus 1 by alpha, 1, 1. The second row, 1, beta minus 1 by beta, 1, 1, 1 and half. This value of the determinant must be equal to 0. So we'll use as the properties of the determinant. So we'll do first, we'll use the column 2 replaced by C2 minus C3. Okay, so if you use the column 2, C2 minus C3, then we can write as alpha minus 1 by alpha, 1, 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Beta by beta is 1. If you subtract, we'll get minus 1 by beta. This will be 1 minus half equal to half. 1, 1, 1 by 2. The whole determinant should be equal to 0. Right? Okay. Now, we will use another property of the determinants. Not coming on. Just 1 minute. We'll go for next page. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay, and just 1 minute, sir, 1 minute, 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. We're going to go for next page. Okay, fine. So right here itself. So now what we'll do that again, we'll do the one more operation based on the
Okay.
C2
దాని తర్వాత
replaced by
దాని తర్వాత ఇంకోటి కూడా ఫార్వర్డ్ చేస్తుంది. అవి క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్సర్ రెండు ఫార్వర్డ్.
now we'll use the C1 replaced by C1 minus C3. So if you replace C1 by C1 minus C3 from this determinant, we'll get again alpha by alpha equal to what? 1. 1 will get cancelled. So minus 1 by alpha, 0, 1, 0, minus 1 by beta, 1, half, half, and half. This value of the determinant must be equal to 0. Now here we can find the value of the determinant by using that expansion around the first row. We can write as the value of the determinant should be minus 1 by alpha into minus 1 by 2 beta, just multiplying, minus half, plus here 0 is there, so it will come as 0, plus 1 into 0 into half equal to 0, minus minus plus 1 by 2 beta. This should be equal to 0. So if you simplify taking its LCM is what 2 beta, we'll get the equation as 1 by alpha beta plus 1 by alpha plus 1 by 2 beta is equal to 0. Right? So from here we'll get as, if you take alpha beta LCM and if you multiply, we'll get as, this is 2 will get cancelled, sorry. So this is 2, this 2 will get cancelled. We'll get as alpha plus beta plus 1 equal to 0. This is the first condition. And given that alpha, beta, and 2 point lying on the plane as 3x plus 3y, 3x plus 3y minus z plus L equal to 0. If we substitute the point here, we'll get 3 alpha plus 3 beta minus 2 plus L equal to 0. And we know that what is alpha plus beta equal to minus 1. If we substitute the value here, we'll have minus 3 minus 2 plus L equal to 0. We'll get as L equal to 5. Okay, this is also one simplest problem from the vector, right? What they asked this year as for the students given information. Okay, so thank you, Kartik ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kumresh, sir. Thank you. And I think student would have, it's been very helpful for the students. I think plenty of students are watching at YouTube. We have noticed that. So again, we have said like the people who posted a question, they can come to Zoom for interaction. We might not be able to track all the questions posted on YouTube. So we would suggest try to connect on Zoom, or definitely you can watch in YouTube. Later on also you can connect on YouTube. So anyway, we'll go further. I think we have a next question from our Rahul Ahuja, sir.
We'll wait, sir. We'll wait, sir.
Okay, it's fine. Then we'll go back to our discussion about your plan and your goal settings. So I'll share the PPT again. We'll try to give some idea about the students who are preparing for, or the aspiring students for the future.
Can you hear me?
Sir, MRK, sir, ready, sir.
Oh, fine. Fine, sir. We have
Please allow him.
MRK, sir, ready. MB ready. So I'll stop sharing my screen, and Rahul Ahuja, sir, is there with a question. Let's connect with him then.
Yeah, hi, sir. Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Good evening, sir. You're audible, sir. You can share your screen and you can start briefing the question. So Rahul, sir, is there with us now, going for the next question from JEE Advance today.
So, good evening, students. Finally, the day has come when you have attempted the JEE Advance, and I'm sure that so far what we have got the inputs from the students, most of them have found that mathematics was pretty on the easier side. And so far, whatever questions we have discussed on our platform, I genuinely also felt that the problem was much on the easier side. So this is another question which I feel is quite equivalent to like NCERT level. Or if you would have come across any study material or any test you would have appeared, even for the JEE mains you would have come across such questions. So this question is from the limits, and I don't think anybody would have taken more than a couple of minutes to analyze that this question is of which form. So the form is 1 power infinity form, isn't it? When you say x tends to 0, you can see that this quantity will take you towards 0. This cos 0 will take you towards 1, and this guy will take you towards 0. And again, here we can see that this guy will be going towards infinity. So clearly it is like 1 to the power infinity form, isn't it? And if you would have come across the problems, how to solve 1 to the power infinity form. So generally what we say that if in case the problem is something like this, limit x tends to 0, fx to the power gx, and let's say fx goes towards 1 and gx goes towards infinity. So how to approach this problem? We say that the solution is going to be what? E to the power limit x tends to 0. We can even make x tends to a, and then we can show that when x tends to f of x. So let's keep it 0 with respect to this question. So e to the power limit x tends to 0. And how we'll be writing the solution? We write fx minus 1 multiplied by g of x. So if I can ask you, by just comparing these two things over here, who is fx? It should not take much effort. This is going to be your f of x, and this is going to be your g of x. So let's use this formula to evaluate this. So basically what we'll be getting, e to the power limit x tends to 0. fx is what? Sine of sine kx plus cos x plus x. This is your fx, isn't it? Then you can see one minus 1 is there. So we should have here minus 1. And then multiplied by gx, which is 2 by x. And it has been conveyed in the question that this is equal to what? E to the power 6. So again, we can see that if you see just left and right, clearly this quantity should be equal to 6, isn't it? The quantity what is written over here, just let me highlight it. The quantity what is written over here should be equal to what? 6. So let's rewrite this. We can write something like limit x tends to 0, sine of sine kx plus x. And let's write it something like this so that we can relate it further. Divided by x. And can I write equals? Let's make it one more step. Into 2 equals 6. So we can cancel this and we can write something in this form. Now it is just like a basic limit problem. Let's evaluate it. So this can be further written as limit x tends to 0, sine of sine kx by x plus x by x, and 1 minus cos x we can write as 2 sine square x by 2 by x, and this limit value should be equal to 3. Now how to evaluate this limit? So many ways are there to evaluate this, isn't it? But quickly, if we can rush, so we can write something like limit x tends to 0. We can write sine of sine kx. Here we can divide by sine kx, multiplied by sine kx, kx and k. Basically what we have tried, we have given an attempt to ensure that this argument what is written over here remains same, what is written over here remains same. So we have got this quantity. Now further if we proceed, this x by x will be 1, and here this again we can write as how much? 2 sine x by 2 by x by 2 whole square. Basically in the example there was no need to evaluate this limit directly. We can conclude that the value will be equal to what? 0. I'm just showing that in case if we go with the conventional proper process, we should write something like x by 2 whole square. And to balance this, we'll be having one additional x, and here we will be having 4. Now let's evaluate the limit. So this quantity, from here what result we'll be getting? From here we will get k. From here what we got is 1. And from here what result we'll be getting? You can see like sine, sorry, I should have written something like this. Here whole square. So we know that when theta tends to 0, sine theta by theta will take the value 1. So this guy will be going towards 1, but here there is a x. and that x will take the entire value to a 0. So from here, the outcome that we are going to get is 0, and this should be equal to 3. So now a pretty easy equation we have got, and when we solve, we got how much? A equals 2. I hope things are clear. So if I can just give a quick recap, the question was based on 1 to the power infinity form, and using the basic formula, easily this could have been solved. And I'm pretty sure that majority of you would have definitely solved it correctly. So in case anybody is having any doubt, you can please raise hand.
I think at the moment we don't have any student connected in this, sir. But
Okay, sir.
definitely people are watching in YouTube. So students, if you have doubt, you can definitely post on YouTube, or you can post on, you can connect on Zoom. Thank you,
Right,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, Rahul,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on further. At the moment, as we have certain questions received, but I think our team is cracking into it. They're working on it. So till that time, we go ahead further and continuing discussing about the plan or the guide which we were showing you to make some goal setting or some kind of preparation base for you. So I'll go back to the slide again. Now let's understand chapter-wise, standard-wise
Sir,
weightage.
I can invite MKK sir, Kishore sir.
Acha. Again, then we have a question ready now, sir. Students, I think you people are posting questions regularly, so now our team is giving back-to-back solutions. So it's Kishore sir joining us again.
Yes, sir. You can invite Kishore sir. Ask him to raise the hand
Okay.
and invite him.
Kishore sir, I think Kishore sir is there on already in group, so I have promoted him as a panelist. Sir, he can join, sir. Kishore sir. Rahul sir, you can stop sharing your screen so people, the next Kishore sir can share his
I'm
screen.
here, sir. I'm here.
Yeah. Right, sir. Welcome back again, sir. So now you have a second
Yes,
question, I think.
sir.
So we can go
Yes,
ahead
sir.
and start briefing it.
Yes. I think you are able to see the screen.
Yes, sir. It's clear, visible, and clean. Yes.
One second.
Sir, you have to see. Camera is.
Yes, sir.
18, you see here. This.
Yes. So question is, it's from vectors. It's given like this. P vector is 2i plus j plus 3k. Q vector is I minus j plus k. Then they have given a condition that 15i plus 10j plus 6k equal to alpha times 2p plus q plus beta times p minus 2q plus gamma times p cross q. Okay. So like this, it is. The thing is like we can directly substitute here PQ values, but here we need to evaluate P cross Q. Okay. Let us quickly evaluate P cross Q. So P cross Q, if you check, I, J, K, 2, 1, 3, 1, minus 1, 1. It gives you I times 1 minus plus 3 minus J times 2 minus 3 plus K times minus 2 minus 1. Sorry. Minus 2 minus 1. So this is going to give you 4I plus J plus 3K. I think minus 3K, I'm sorry. Minus 3K is going to come here. So that means if I substitute PQ and P cross Q here, then corresponding I coefficient, J coefficient, and K coefficients will be equating because two vectors are equal when their corresponding coefficients are equal. Okay. So something like this in this regard, P vector, if I try to focus, I get 2 alpha plus beta times P vector 2I plus J plus 3K plus alpha minus 2 beta times Q vector I minus J plus K plus gamma times P cross Q 4I plus J minus 3K, which we got here just now. Okay. So now we'll equate the corresponding I coefficient, J coefficient, and K coefficient. So something like this, we get, if you equate I coefficient, we get 4 alpha, right hand side, plus alpha plus 4 gamma, which gives you 15. That means you get 5 alpha plus 4 gamma to be 15. And if you equate J coefficient, you get J coefficient. If we equate J coefficient here, we get 2 alpha plus beta plus alpha minus alpha plus 2 beta plus gamma, which gives you 10. That means we get 3 alpha 3 alpha plus 3 beta plus gamma to be 10. Okay, I'm other way around. This is minus alpha here. So that means this is going to give you 1 second. This will give you only alpha here. Okay. Alpha plus 3 beta plus gamma is going to give you 10. Similarly, K coefficient if we equate, we get 2 alpha plus beta 3 times here plus alpha minus 2 beta minus 3 times gamma, which will give you 6. So if you evaluate this, we get 7 alpha plus beta minus 3 gamma gives you as 6. Hope this is clear. So by using these three, you need to solve for gamma. That means you need to eliminate alpha, beta. 3 equations are there. You eliminate alpha, beta, get the equation in terms of gamma. Then we'll be getting answer to be 2. Hope this elimination alpha, beta solving part you can able to do. That's a simple calculation. So gamma gives you value as 2. Any student, any doubts? Anybody?
I think we can proceed, sir.
Right, sir, I'm done with this.
Yes. So now we have Tyagarajan sir available with the next question, I believe. Can we go ahead, sir?
Yes, sir. Next question, MNTR sir.
So I invite Tyagarajan sir, who's a post-graduation from IIT Madras and joined FIITJEE in 2006. Is one of the senior member in FIITJEE Chennai team. So I welcome you, sir.
Good evening, students. I am here to solve a question from polynomial. I'm just sharing the screen. Just give me a second. So the question is, if f of x is equal to x power 4 plus ax cube.
We request you to share your screen, sir. I think your screen is not visible. Can you share your screen?
Sir, அடுத்த இதுக்கு ரைட்ஸ் கொடுங்க சார். That's why maybe
it's enabled, sir. It is enabled. He can share. He's a panelist, so he can share. Are you able to connect, sir?
Just a moment. Fine. I think the question is visible now.
Yes, sir.
If f of x is given to be x power 4 plus ax cube plus bx squared plus c is a polynomial with real coefficients. That means a, b, c are going to be real, and f of 1 is given to be minus 9. F of 1 is given to be minus 9. Suppose if I root 3 is a root of 4x cube plus 3ax squared plus 2bx is equal to 0, with I is equals to, I is nothing but the complex number root of minus 1. And alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 and alpha 4 are roots of f of x. Roots of f of x is equal to 0. Then find modulus of alpha 1 squared plus modulus of alpha 2 squared plus modulus of alpha 3 squared plus modulus of alpha 4 squared. It's again a simple problem in polynomials, right? Now, the moment you see the question, there are certain information which you can easily gather, that it is given that f of 4x cube plus 3ax squared 2bx is equal to 0, right? If 4x cube plus, what does strike in your mind? If 4x cube plus 3ax squared plus 2bx, it looks like f dash of x, isn't it? It is f dash of x. It is your f dash of x. However, that is not going to help us much in this problem. Given that f of 1 is minus 9, we directly substitute x is equal to 1 in the equation, and we get 1 plus a plus b plus c is equals to minus 9, which says that a plus b plus c is nothing but minus 10. A plus b plus c is nothing but minus 10. So this we have it as one of the equations. Further, we have this cubic 4x cube plus 3ax squared plus 2bx is equal to 0. I can simplify this as x into 4x squared plus 3ax plus 2b is equal to 0. So obviously, what are the roots of this equation? X is equal to 0 is one of the roots of the equation, and it is given that we have to note, it is given that the coefficients a, b, c are real. The coefficients a, b, c are real. So a and b are real here for this quadratic also. So if the coefficients are real and One of the root is I root 3. One of the root is I root 3. One root is I root 3. What must be the other root? What must be the other root? The other root must be minus I root 3. Other root must be minus I root 3. So from here we can find out the sum of the roots must be 0. Sum of the roots must be 0 because I root 3 plus minus I root 3. These are the conjugate pairs of each other. Sum of these two will become 0. Sum of the roots is 0 implies that A is 0. Sum of the roots is 0 implies A is 0. And finally we get B is to be what? B is to be 6. We get B as 6, right? So now proceeding further and substituting in this equation, A plus B plus C is equals to minus 10. We have C also to be equal to minus 16. So we have got A is equal to 0, C is equal to minus 16, and B is equal to 6. So the polynomial gets reduced to what? F of x is nothing but x power 4 plus 6x squared minus 16, which can be further factorized as x squared plus 8 into x squared minus 2. So the roots are plus or minus 2 root 2i and plus or minus root 2. So now what is that we need to do? We need to take modulus of alpha 1 squared. These are the roots. Modulus of alpha 4 squared. So the sum of them is going to be what? 8 plus 8 plus 2 plus 2, which is going to be 20. So the answer here is 20. So once again I revise. It is given that f of x is a polynomial with real coefficients and f of 1 is minus 9. Suppose if I root 3 is a root of this quadratic and alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4 are the roots of f of x is equal to 0, then find modulus of alpha 1 squared plus modulus of alpha 2 squared plus modulus of alpha 3 squared plus modulus of alpha 4 squared is equal to 0. We identified that this is nothing but f dash of x, but however we haven't used it. What with the information given that f of 1 is minus 9, we got a plus b plus c is equals to minus 10. We got a plus b plus c is equals to minus 10. From here, we take the cubic again, the cubic which is given to us, and we found that x into the quadratic, and one of the root is I root 3, then the other root must be minus I root 3. Why? Because the coefficients are real. So sum of the roots is equal to 0 gives A is equal to 0, and product of the roots, with the help of product of the roots, we get B is equal to 6. So having C is minus 16, A is 0 and B is 6, we get the function f of x as x power 4 plus 6x squared minus 16. And on further factorization, we get the roots as plus or minus 2 root 2i and plus or minus 2. So the required expression is this, and the answer is 20. Fine. I think this question is again of simple NCERT level. I hope you all have taken the solved this question. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we have, I think, Navneet sir again ready with one of the questions. I think Navneet sir is going to be, end of the day, is going to be the biggest scorer, giving back-to-back a lot of solution to us today. We welcome back Navneet sir again. Navneet sir, are you there?
Yes, I'm there, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, fine, sir.
Yeah, good evening all once again. So I've come with another question. This time it's from vectors. Okay, I'll be sharing the screen now.
I think you are going to be the highest scorer today, sir, for our session today.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Right. So the question I have this time is from vector algebra. I'll write the question here. If OP bar is equal to alpha minus 1 by alpha I cap plus j cap plus k cap, then OQ bar is equal to I cap plus beta minus 1 by beta into j cap plus k cap, and OR is equal to I cap plus j cap plus half of k cap. And it's given that alpha comma beta belongs to set of all real numbers except the number 0. And also it's given that, so given that OP cross OQ dot OR is equal to 0. And also it's given that there is a point A alpha beta comma 2 that lies on the plane 3x plus 3y minus z plus L is equal to 0, and the question is to find L. Okay, so this is the question from I would say vector algebra combined with 3D geometry, obviously. So here first we have to focus on this given equation we have. That is, we have a cross product of two vectors dot another vector is 0. So what is the meaning of that? So if you have A cross B, so this is the theory part in this question. The A cross B dot C is equal to 0. What does that imply? So this implies that the vectors A, B, C are coplanar. Okay, so this is the first understanding from this question. This is what everybody should understand when you first see this question, that we have been given three vectors, and essentially this is the scalar triple product. So the scalar triple product is 0, implies that the vectors A, B, C are coplanar. And hence, we can say that their determinant must be 0, right? So in fact, that is how you evaluate a scalar triple product, using the determinant of those components of the vectors OP, OQ, and OR. So OP vectors components are, let me write it in the first row. That's 1 minus 1 by alpha, then 1 and 1, and then 1, then 1 minus 1 by beta, and then 1, and then 1, 1, 1 by 2. This determinant must be 0. So now it is fairly simple problem to evaluate this determinant. So now how to evaluate this determinant? Instead of directly expanding this determinant using the big formula, I would first like to simplify this determinant by using some row operations. So I would prefer to subtract the rows. In fact, I'll use a third row to subtract the row 1 and row 2, because the third row doesn't contain any variables as such. So I will use a third row to subtract the first row. So I will rewrite this as R1 giving R1 minus R3, and R2 giving R2 minus R3. Same could have been done with columns as well, because as you can see, this matrix involved is a symmetric matrix. So the same can be done with columns as well. You get the same thing. Anyhow, so if I do this, what do I get is minus 1 by alpha, 0, 1 by 2, 0, minus 1 by beta, 1 by 2, 1, 1, 1 by 2, that is 0. And that's it. So I think this is good enough stage now where we can directly expand it, because we got some zeros there, and we don't have a addition of 1 and a 1 by alpha, or a subtraction of 1 and 1 by alpha. So this is a stage where we can apply the formula directly now. And in fact, you can notice that this row, this column, you can see that all the elements are the same. You can even write that as just 1, 1, 1 and take the 1 by 2 outside. Anyhow, it's equal to 0, so it doesn't matter. So let's evaluate this determinant. I'll expand this determinant using the first row. So then it becomes minus 1 by alpha into minus 1 by beta minus 1 plus 1 into 0 plus 1 by beta is equal to 0. Okay. So now we are almost there, about to get the answer now. So this is 1 by alpha beta plus 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta is 0. But we want alpha plus beta, in fact, because you know that the point A lies on this plane, which means in fact 3 alpha plus 3 beta minus 2 plus L is 0. So which means that you can see that, and we want to find the value of L, which means essentially you want the value of this alpha plus beta. And that can be easily found out from this equation. How to find out alpha plus beta from this equation? That's very easy to do. You just have to multiply that equation throughout by alpha. So multiply by, alpha beta. Multiply that equation throughout by alpha beta. Then you can see that it becomes 1 plus beta plus alpha is 0, which means we get the alpha plus beta value to be a minus 1. And that value, if you substitute it here, we'll be getting our answer, or we'll be getting the value of L as 5. So that will be the final answer for this question. Okay. So I hope all of you understood this question. So the concept is simple. What the concept used here is basically the scalar triple product. Scalar triple product has been given as equal to 0, which means you can convert that to a determinant problem. And the determinant of the components of the vectors must be 0. As you can see, I've written the first vector in the components of the first vector in the first row, components of the second vector in the second row, components of the third vector in the third row, and that determinant must be 0. And after the algebraic calculations, you will be getting the values required. Okay, so that's all from this question. I believe this is an easy question actually. Everybody should be able to solve this question during the exam as well. Yeah. Okay, so that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So
Over
we'll
to
move it
Karthik,
further.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you again. So we'll move further, and I think still we have some time to get some questions. We are waiting for it. Meanwhile, we can go back to our discussion about the JEE preparation for the future. We can go to that slide again, and we can resume from there. And the people, I think certain people have joined in YouTube now, and I think again I would like to inform them. Refer the link and drop your questions subject-wise through the Google form. Okay. This is one of the important point. I think a lot of people being asking like chapter-wise weightage, class-wise weightage, what is there? And a lot of parents get confused with that. So this is a combined data which we try to break up for you year-wise. Last 5 years, again, we have been giving you last 5 years figures only. Again, we say that you, as a student, you people have to work on these things to plan your academic calendar and how you're going to work, topics you're going to work out with. So this is a combined of all subject, physics, chemistry, maths, all subject, certain analysis that class-wise weightage of questions. If you could see, we have almost a same, maybe marginally different, but more weightage in 12th and few amount in 11th. So it's almost 50-50, but yes, marginally higher in 11th, 12th comparatively. We have tried to give the breakup subject-wise, but if you see subject wise, there could be some difference. It was in, like, for example, in 2023, there was 62% and only 38% about 12 portions. So roughly these figures keep on changing subject wise also. So why we are sharing it? For you to refer it and work according to that, plan your preparation according to that,
Karthik
refer to
sir.
this data.
Karthik
Yes, sir.
sir. Sorry to disturb you. MK
Yeah, no
sir is ready for the next question.
The
sir.
question? Fine, sir. Fine. So great. The students. So we have another question available. MK sir is available now, and he's going to crack the question. So we will come back, MK sir, again.
Yep.
Welcome back, Kumresh sir.
Again. Good evening, all the students. So as per that memory-based question, one of the problem is the integration. There's a definite integration chapter problem. We need to find the integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine square x into root over of pi by 2x minus x square dx. This is also one of the straightforward problems they have asked this year, right? So as everyone knew that when having an integration problem, first we'll try to use the basic property of integration a to b fx dx is equal to a to b f of a plus b minus x property. So always we try to solve the problem by using the first form. So here also what we're using the first properties over here. Okay. So this is equal to what? As I equal to use the property 0 to pi by 2 sine of pi by 2 minus x root of use the property pi by 2 into pi by 2 minus x minus pi by 2 minus x the whole square dx. So if you use this property, we'll get what, as we know that what is sine of pi by 2 minus x, cos x. So 0 to pi by 2, this will become cos square x. And if you open the bracket over here, we have pi square by 4 minus pi by 2x minus a minus b whole square formula. I'll get 1 pi square by 4 over here. This x square will come minus x square. I'll get plus 2ab. So 2 into pi by 2 into x dx. Now here pi by 2 will get cancelled out. So I equal to what? 0 to pi by 2 cos square of x into root of this pi by 2 will cancel out. So this pi by 2, pi square by 4 will get cancelled out. This also 2 get cancelled out. Pi x minus pi by 2x will get us pi by 2x and minus x square dx. So let's say what this is our first given condition. This what? The equation 2. Now we'll apply again the standard method. We'll add 1 and 2. So we'll get 2i by adding 1 and 2 is equal to what? 0 to pi by 2. When you're going to add, we can see what in 1 and 2, this quantity is same. So I can take common over here. So if you take common over here, root over of pi by 2x minus x square common, we'll get a sine square x plus cos square x. We can see here, this is sine square x plus cos square x. If you add, it will become sine square x plus cos square x dx. So this implies we can write as 2i is equal to 0 to pi by 2. Sine square plus cos square is 1. We have only pi by 2 x minus x square dx. Now this expression will become what? Purely algebraic expression, right? Root over of something looks like x square minus a square form, but you need to complete the square. Now we complete the square. 2i equal to what? 0 to pi by 2 root over of. We complete the square, minus sign is there. We'll do here minus pi square by 16 plus 2 into pi by 4 into x minus x square plus pi square by 16. I've added pi square by 16 and subtracted over here. So which implies we can write 2i is equal to 0 to pi by 2 This is equal to what? Root over of pi square by 16 minus common, we'll get a square minus 2ab plus b square. Love a minus b the whole square. Now use what? Root over of a square minus x square form. So if you use the integration of root over of a square minus x square dx formula, we'll get what? X by 2 into root over of a square minus x square plus a square by 2 into sine inverse of x by a. We're going to use this formula. Okay. So if you use this formula, what we'll get it here? I'm just after that we'll put the upper and lower limit. So 2i is equal to, use the formula a square minus b square form, means x a square minus x square formula. We'll get what? X by 2, x what? X minus pi by 4. So x minus pi by 4 dividing by 2 root over of a square minus b square. The x square minus x square. This is the same quantity. So if you simplify, get same expression. So we'll have pi by 2x minus x plus a square by 2. A square is what? Pi square by 16. So pi square by 16 into 2 into sine inverse of x by a. What is x here? X minus pi by 4 by a. A is what? Pi by 4. So here we need to put what? Upper and lower limit. So I'll put as upper and lower limit as what? 0 and pi by 2. So 2i. So we can write the next line is what? 2i is equal to, this whole thing is the upper and lower limit. I'm going to keep it here. Put pi by 2 upper limit, right? So it will become what here? Pi square by 4 minus pi square by 4 will come. This will become entirely 0 if you put upper limit. Pi by 2 into pi by 2. Pi square by 4 minus pi square by 4. So in keeping the upper limit, it will become 0. So 2i is equal to, we'll get as 0 over here plus upper limit. So pi square by 32 into sine inverse of pi by 2 minus pi by 4 by pi by 4 minus lower limit. Again, you put lower limit here, will become, this quantity will become 0 because x is 0 over here. So minus 0 minus pi square by 32 into sine inverse of, will get us x is 0, so minus.
Just give me a couple of minutes.
So which implies 2i is equal to, this pi by 2 minus pi by 4 will come pi by 4. This is equal to what? 1. So pi square by 32 into sine inverse of 1 minus pi square by 32 into sine inverse of minus 1. And you know that sine inverse of 1 equal to pi by 2, it will become minus pi by 2. So it will become pi square by 32 common. So pi by 2 plus pi by 2, which implies what? Is equal to pi square by 32 into pi. So this is equal to what? Cube by 32. So therefore I should dividing by 2 both sides to get I. So I equal to pi cube by 64. This is also one of the standard problem and from that definite integration chapter. Okay, I hope that you have missed. I know that all of you have practiced this kind of problem already. So this was standard problem and straightforward problem, that formula based. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Kartik ji.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So I think we have back again
Kartik,
Navneet
sir.
sir.
Kartik, sir.
I think we have Navneet sir again.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Thank you.
But just want to point out that we are getting some questions on chat, actually YouTube chat, for the solutions, whatever we are providing here. Maybe if the student want to interact, we will not be able to track on Google YouTube chat. Again, I'm saying that if the student want to have an interaction session, they can log into FIITJEE website, FIITJEE Global website, which is FIITJEEGlobalSchool.JEE Advance. And you don't have to even drop the question. As you people are posting question on YouTube chat, you can just log in. You can see the live discussion session on Zoom. Over there, a mathematics tab is there. I'll just take few minutes and I'll just share it. So over here, you don't have to pose a question if you don't want to pose a question, but you want to interact. You can click on mathematics and you can join the Zoom. meet, and you can have a question discussion here. So that would be better, because YouTube, we are not tracking the post of messages on YouTube. So please connect on Zoom.
But wait.
So thank you. Again, Navneet sir, you can join and you can share the screen.
Rajesh Raman sir.
Okay, Rajesh Raman sir is there, so I think he's taking up the question now. Welcome back.
This
sir.
is the question from, you can say actually it looks like matrices determinants, but it is more of number of cases you have to find out, and they are asking number of elements of S, and I can say it's more of a logical kind of thing. You have to take the cases and you have to find out. See, the question is given there is the matrix A, and the det of A will be either -1 or 1, and they want to find the number of elements of this set S. I think all of you can see the question there, and you must have seen the question there. So first I'm finding det of E, which you can see here, which I've written there already. That is -1 of E minus D plus C into B minus E, which can be simplified as B minus E plus C into B minus E. And this particular thing, this idea in this step, by taking C common, will simplify the whole process, and you will be able to do it quite easily. Because if you multiply at CB minus CA, then you have to take lot of cases here. Here just I have to restrict myself to C only. And C will have two cases. One is C is 0, another is C is 1. Now first I am taking if C is 0. Now if C is 0, 0 into anything, it will be 0. So the second part of that, I am not much worried about that. And the first two, D and E, can be either 1, 0 or 0, 1. You can see that these are the two ways by which we will get. The same thing can happen 1, 0, 0, 1, when I can take B and A both as 1, 1. The previous one, I have taken B and A both as 0 and 0. Now again, I am taking here, in place of B and A 1, 0, and then I am taking 0 and 1. I am changing D and E to 1, 0 and 0, 1. They are also again two cases, and at the last again two cases. So total there are 8 cases for C equal to 0. Any doubt, any of you, any students there? Those who wrote the exam today? So we will have 8 cases for C equal to 0. Now the second part of that will become very easy when I put C equal to 1. So when I put C equal to 1, we can clearly see we will be again having the cases here. But here we have to be very careful, because my det of A should be 1 or -1. So now I have to see the cases. Obviously, first two cases will be same, 1, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 0, 0, 1. That is for D and E. But here what we are taking is both of these should be 0 along with C being 1. And here you can see the both of them should be 1. Then I'm taking. There are also 4 cases. Now comes the remaining cases is where I am taking here these both the cases to be 0, and here I am changing it 1, 0 and 0, 1, so that I will be getting the det of A to be 1 and -1. And similarly, it will be the 1 for the last two cases. So here also we will get 8 cases or 8 ways of doing it. Previously also I got 8. 8 plus 8, 16 is the answer. I hope so student would have done this. This comes in the, what do we say? You can't put it exactly in the question from determinant or matrices. It's more related to logic and not even a permutation combination. It's more of writing the number of cases. I'll put it is in the easy category. But you have to think on that by taking C common. Maybe it will take some time for you to think on that, because if you multiply and go do that, it will take some time. And I will put it in the easy category only, and more of thinking, more of logic involved in that. Any doubts, any of you? So the answer is 16. 8 plus 8, 16 is the answer. And it can be very well done by anyone who has seriously prepared for JEE mains also. And it's a normal question, and everyone should have done that. Over to Karthik ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rajesh sir. Thank you again. And I think now, do we have? Now, yes. So now we have again back with Navneet sir. Coming up with question
Yeah,
again.
Navneet ji is joining soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, join. Word of stop share. Yeah, good evening once again.
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Welcome back.
So we'll proceed to the next question. So this time I have a question from calculus. Okay. Let me just write the question here. So it's given, let f of x is equal to sin x by e to the power pi x into x to the power 2023 plus 2024x plus 2025 divided by x square minus x plus 3 plus 2 by e to the power pi x into again x power 2023 plus 2024 x plus 2025 divided by x square minus x plus 3. So this is given as f of x, and we got to find the number of solutions of f of x equal to 0. So find the number of solutions of f of x is equal to 0. Okay. So right, so this is the question. So when we see a question like that, what we will first think about it? First, there's a chance that you may get scared by seeing this question because this is such a big equation. You wouldn't have seen such a big equation actually, or such a big expression in fact. But in fact, this can be easily solved if you carefully observe. There are certain common factors here. You can see that these terms are exactly the same. So first we can actually simplify this by taking common factors. So the solution goes like this. First we'll take that as common factor outside. So we have x to the power 2023. Yeah, 2023 plus 2024 x plus 2025. So note the numbers, right? 2024 this year, 2023 last year, and 2025. You have all the three numbers here. And then you have denominator x square minus x plus 3. That is also a common factor. Even e to the power pi x is also a common factor. And then what remains is sin x plus 2. And we are equating that to 0, basically. So we need to find the number of solutions for this equation. And so if you see, there are like 4 factors, I would say. 2 in the numerator and 2 in the denominator we have, but four expressions, I would say, altogether, which are multiplied and divided. Denominator we have x square minus x plus 3. Let's first look at the smaller terms. In denominator, if we have an expression, we have to be ensuring that this term is non-zero. Always, denominator should not be 0, so we have to be taking care of that part, which in fact it is. This expression can never be 0 because we know that the discriminant of this quadratic expression is b square minus 4ac, which is minus 11, which is a negative number. So if the discriminant is negative, you know very well that that quadratic expression will not have real roots. So it will be always a positive expression. It will not have any roots. So there is no need to check its roots because it doesn't have any. And e to the power pi x also, we know that there's always a positive expression, so it also doesn't have any roots. Okay. And then we have sin x plus 2. we know that sin x is an expression that varies between -1 and 1. So hence sin x plus 2 will also be a positive number for sure. It cannot be 0 or negative. So which means you don't have, these factors or these expressions becoming 0 anywhere. So then we are down to just this polynomial, which is, let's call it as a g of x as x bar 2023 plus 2024x plus 2025. So we are just down to this one polynomial, and we need to find out the number of real roots of this polynomial. How do we go about that? So as you can see, this is a very higher order polynomial. So how do we take care of it? So we need calculus to solve this. We need to apply derivatives. We need to use the application of derivatives to solve this. So if you can see that this is an odd degree polynomial. You can observe that, which means one real root is guaranteed for sure. Since the degree of the polynomial is an odd number, one real root is guaranteed. But we need to check if there are any more real roots apart from that. So for that, I will check the nature of this function by differentiating it, which will give us 2023 x bar 2022 plus 2024. And that's it. So derivative is just sum of two terms. Right? It's just a binary expression. So binomial expression, binomial expression. So here you can see that 2024 is always a positive number anyway. So nothing to worry about that. And what about this term? We have an expression here, x bar 2022. That's a variable. But note that this number 2022 is an even number, which means x to the power 2022 will actually be a positive number always. Maybe 0 it can take, yeah, but it can never be negative. Which means that this is a greater than or equal to 0 number, and 2024 already a greater than 0 number. So the sum will be definitely greater than 0. Which means we can say about this function that g of x is an increasing function. G of x is an increasing function, because that is the application of derivatives. If the g dash of x is greater than 0, then g of x is an increasing function always, right? So which means, so it's a monotonous function, monotonically increasing function, and it crosses the x-axis once, because you can even observe that the g of -1 here is 0, in fact. But even if you couldn't find this number -1, still you can tell the answer is 1. There is only one root, because it is a odd degree polynomial. It will have at least one real root. And here in this case, it has only exactly one real root because of the fact that the function is increasing. So we are using this concept of increasing function here to find the number of solutions of this equation. One solution, which is -1. Okay, so that's all from this. Even though the question looked so big at the first glance, when you start solving it, it becomes a very easy question actually. Okay, so this question is based on the concept of application of derivatives, and also in particular about the increasing and decreasing nature of functions. Okay, so that's all about this question. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you much. Again, we have Kishore sir with us. So he'll be taking up with the next question. Over to you, sir. Kishore sir, please go ahead.
Yes. Hope you are able to see the screen.
Yes, sir. It's clear, and yes, we can see that.
Yes. I'm going to take one question from the functions, and particularly from functional equations. I can say this is not just easy question. It is very, very easy question. Okay. So this type of questions you could have practiced a lot during your practice. So question is like this: f of x plus y equal to f of x plus f of y for all xy belongs to real, and g of x plus y equal to g of x into g of y for all xy belongs to real. Now they have given f of minus 3 by 5 as 12, g of minus 1 by 3 as 2. They're asking us to find f of 1 by 4 plus g of minus 2 times g of 0. This is one of the easiest questions I can say. So by saying f of x plus y, by saying this f of x plus y equal to f of x plus f of y, we can say f of x is some kind of like ax kind of function. Ax. You can see if you take a times x plus y, you get ax plus ay. And in the same way, g of x plus y equal to g of x into g of y. If you see this one, you get g of x to be something like, we already used constant a here, so let's go with b, something like b power x. That means b power x plus y will give, you can write it as b power x into b power y for all xy belongs to n. Okay. So many, there are so many, plenty of questions like this in our FIITJEE materials and FIITJEE exams we faced. Okay. Let's see this. Our task is to find a and b values. Now, for this, they have given the hints like f of minus 3 by 5 is 12 and g of minus 1 by 3 is 2. So if I try to impose f of minus 3 by 5, that means a times minus 3 by 5 is 12, which is going to give you a as minus 20. In the same way, g of minus 1 by 3, that means b power minus 1 by 3 is 2. Okay. So if you cube both sides and take power minus to right side, so you get b equal to 2 power minus 3, which means 1 by 8. Okay. So you got f of x to be minus 20x and g of x to be 1 by 8 power x. So you got f of x and g of x. Now you can directly go with this value, what is required with this. So f of 1 by 4, f of 1 by 4, if you see, which is minus 20 times 1 by 4 plus g of minus 2, that means 1 by 8 power minus 2 whole into g of 0, that means 1 by 8 power 0. So you can see 4 1s are 4 5s are, so you get minus 5 plus, this is 8 square into 1, so which is minus 5 plus 64, which will give you 59 as an answer. So this question answer is 59, and this is, you can say it's a very easy question. Okay, and from functional equations. So hope it is clear. Karthik ji, I'm done.
Thank you, sir. So now we have next question attending by Mr. Jagdish. Jagdish, you can go ahead. You can, I think, stop sharing on it. Yeah.
Stop.
You are muted, sir. Jagdish, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Are you sharing, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, you are. Yes, yes, you are.
Yeah. Good evening, all of you. So you can see there is a question from probability, and we'll discuss that. And you can see we have a bag contain three white ball and 6 green balls, and you can say n-9 blue balls. And 3 balls are drawn one by one without replacement. So you are selecting 3 balls one by one without replacement. And they denote, they define the event also. If Ci denotes the event that balls of colors C is drawn at ith drawn, which means if I say, you can see here W1, which means it's a first draw. G2, it's a second draw. Green color in the second draw. So that's the meaning of this. So now they have given 2 statements. You can clearly see probability of W1 intersection G2 intersection B3, that is equal to 2 by 5n. And that is also given that P of B3 divided by W1 intersection G2, that is equal to 2 by 9. So they are asking basically n value, which what you can say we are going to calculate it. So you can see here this first statement, W1 intersection G2 intersection B3, basically they are independent events. When I select here W1, what you can say, first ball from the white and second from the green and third ball from the blue, they are independent events. So we can rewrite this particular statement in this way. So totally we have 3 white balls. So 3 divided by n intersection. So multiplication theorem we can apply into total number of green balls is 6. So 6 divided by, now how much is left out? n-1 balls. So n-1 into, see when we take independent events, obviously you have to multiply, right? So next one we have n-9 blue balls. So we can write n-9 divided by n-2. This is equal to, they have given 2 divided by 5n. So from here, basically we have to simplify and we'll be getting possible values of n. You can clearly see we'll be able to get a equation, probably second degree equation in terms of n. Then we'll come to know what is the exact value of n. So we can rewrite this equation. Maybe we can cancel this 2 here. These 2 we can cancel it, and the left out thing we can take it actually. So 9 into n-9 and n-1 into n-2. So basically we are getting what you can say, a second degree equation. So this second degree equation we have to calculate it. So n square minus 3n plus 2, that is equal to 9n minus 81. So you can see we'll be able to simplify this. And I'm sorry, we have 5n also here. So we can consider that 5n also. So into 5. So we have to multiply in this way. Now here we have to calculate the possible values of n. So basically here you will get 2 values of n when we simplify this equation. So one is n is equal to 11, another one is 37 when you simplify the equation. So when obviously you can go for simplifying the equation. Now both the values cannot be taken obviously. So we have second statement also, statement number 2. Now we can use this statement. So for here we can use obviously conditional probability. You can see B3 is happening after W1 intersection G2. So we can go for what you can say, probability, conditional probability. So we can take B3 intersection W1 intersection G2 divided by W1 intersection G2. This is equal to 2 by 9 they have given. So now the numerator part we already have done it. That is actually here. So the numerator part already we have done it. This one we can directly take it and use it here in the numerator. So 3 divided by n and 6 divided by n minus 1 and 9 divided by n minus 2. This whole thing divided by W1 intersection G2. Again, they are independent events. So directly you can take 3 by n intersection. So multiplication theorem you have to apply. 6 divided by n minus 1. This is equal to 2 by 9. So again, we are getting one more statement in terms of n. So here we will get another value. Then we have to take the common value between both of them. So now here we have to go for simplification. So whatever the value you are getting, that will be the final answer. So maybe we can simplify if you want. We can go for final simplification here. So we can cancel the terms here. We can take, we can cancel this 6 and this 2. So we'll be having 81 divided by n into n minus 1, you can cancel n minus 2. And obviously here we have the terms which you can see 3 and 6 also we have. This also you can cancel it, 3 and 6. We can cancel this 3 and 6 also. So maybe we can directly rewrite it in this way. Let us take cancellation of this 3 and 6, this 3 and 6. Then we will have here 9. And obviously here n and n minus 1, we can cancel it. So we'll have 9 divided by n minus 2, that's equal to 2 by 9. So you can see we will go for, suppose if I take n is equal to
Jagdish ji, I think it's not 9. Can you check previous statement once?
it was n minus 9, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Yes. So it is n minus 9 here. So now we can go for simplification. So n minus 9, that's equal to 2 into n minus 2. So we are having 9n minus 2n, which is 7n. That is equal to, there we have 81 minus 81. This is 7n. I'm sorry. This is 7n. That is equal to 81 minus 4. So 7n, that is equal to 77. So we can take n is equal to 11. So here basically here we'll have two values, but we can eliminate. Now we can you can see n is equal to 11 is the case which we'll be getting. So this is the value. So here basically according to me the question is very direct one. You just have to apply the values and you have to apply conditional probability, right? Yeah. Any doubts in this? Anyone?
Thank you, Jagdish ji. I think, Jagdish ji, we don't have a students connected at the moment.
Okay,
But
then,
yes,
okay, yeah.
watching through YouTube, so we can go ahead further if it's over.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So we have again a next question with Rahul sir, Rahul Ahuja sir. I invite Rahul Ahuja sir to join in that. So he is joining now, and he'll be presenting the next question to the students. So student, we are close to 9 o'clock, and I think by 10 o'clock we'll be not taking any questions more. So please post your question as soon as possible. So Rahul sir, you can go ahead.
Yes, so once again, good evening, everyone. So again, we have a question from the topic area under the curve. So The question goes something like this, that they have given a couple of parabolas and a straight line. And then they're asking, what is the area enclosed between the curve. So let us take a couple of minutes in sketching the graph or rough sketching the graph to have some idea that basically which portion we are planning to calculate over here. Okay. So let's draw the axis. Let us draw first this parabola y square equals 4x. So would be having something like this. Yeah, something like this. Then when we try to see this parabola, we can clearly see that it is written something like 6 minus x. So if it would have been a class, definitely I would have asked you to come and sketch it, or at least give me that how the curve should come. Nevertheless, let's sketch the other one. So the other one would go something like this. Yeah, roughly it would look something like this. So in case if we can list down what is this point, so we know how to find the vertex of a parabola. So this is going to be your 6, 0. This is very well known, which is going to be 0, 0. Now clearly we can see that we have got some intersection and we are discussing over y greater than equal to 0. So one point of interest is that what is this coordinate? So quickly if it can try to figure out what are the x and y coordinates. So let's solve this over here. We have something like 12 minus 2x equals 4x, and we get something like 12 equals 6x, and we got x equals 2. So this point, let's call it as P. The coordinate is, x coordinate is 2, and y coordinate we can get from any one of the curve. So we'll be getting 2 root 2. Okay. So more or less we are done with the parabola part. Now the next interesting part is where they have given us a straight line, which is like y equals root 8 by 3, 5 minus x. Now, one thing that we can observe over here is that if you try to substitute your x equals 2, and we see that y coordinate, what are we getting over here? We will get something like y equals root 8 by 3. And from here also 5 minus 2 will give you 3, and which is giving 2 root 2. So basically, this straight line is passing through the point of intersection of both the parabolas. So basically, the graph is something like this. And the last part is that y is greater than or equal to 0. So y equal to 0 is your x-axis. Now let us try to shade that which area we are interested in. So if I could make something like this. The first one is y square less than 4x. It means the which area? We have two options, either this side or this side, isn't it? So in this situation, the area is going to be your this region, isn't it? Similarly, y square less than 6 minus x, which area are we talking about? So if we can again do, it would be basically this area, isn't it? Now the third part is you want y to be greater than root 8 by 3, 5 minus x. So this is your line of control. Either you have to go this side or this side, isn't it? So again, which side it would be? It would be this region, isn't it? And the last part is you have to be above the y-axis. You have to be positive here also and in life also. So basically, which reason? We are talking about above this, isn't it? So a lot of like Rangoli kind of thing I've created over here. But now the point is, which reason actually are we talking about? So something which is common to all the colors, isn't it? So purple should be there in life, green should be there in life, yellow should be there in life, and sky blue also should be there in life, isn't it? So if we try to see, basically we are talking about which area. If I can clear all of this, we are talking about the reason which is over here. Just a minute. Yeah, so we are talking about this reason. This is the reason which we have to calculate or find in this particular question. So one idea or line of thinking would be that we can go with the conventional method that we integrate this curve from here to here. I mean from here to here, we integrate. this curve, we figure out the area, then we subtract the area under this straight line, and then after that we do a further integral, and then we try to calculate this area. So looks like now a lot of calculations are there. I hope you're getting it. What I mean is that here this is your fx, this is your gx. So between this x coordinate to this x coordinate, we can do integration something like fx minus gx. And then after that, a small portion of area is again left over. So further again, we have to do the integration. So this is one of the way of line of thinking, and definitely we can get the result. But given that in the exam hall, given the pressure of the JEE Advance, as well as the pressure of the temperature around the country, so let's try to find out some other way to solve this question, isn't it? So what is the other way? Instead of going that way, why not let's integrate from here till here. I mean, from x equals 2 to x equals 6, let us integrate this curve. So which reason we will get? We will get area number 1. Let's call it as this area is 1 and this area is 2, isn't it? So when we integrate this curve over the limit from 2 to 6, we will get which area? We will be getting 1 and 2, isn't it? The area number 1 and area number 2, this entire area will be getting. But we want only 2. So we have to subtract 1, isn't it? And for finding the area of 1, it's a straight line. Easily we can use that area of right angle triangle half into base into height, and we can calculate, isn't it? So this seems to be a better method rather than going the other way around. So let's do this. Let's integrate from 2 to 6. What curve we have? We have root 2, root under 6 minus x, and let's integrate this. So what is the integral? Root 2 we can take out. 6 minus x integral will give you x 6 minus x to the power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. And given that here x is negative, one additional negative would be there, right? And let's evaluate it from 2 to 6. So clearly at 6, this quantity will become 0, so no need to bother about. Now when we are evaluating for 2, one negative will come while evaluating the definite integral, and already one negative is waiting over here. So in return, totally we'll be getting something like 2 root 2 by 3. And here we will have 4 to the power 3 by 2, which is, this quantity is your 8. So ultimately we got 16 root 2 by 3. This is what, again, by representation, if I go, it is equal to the area number 1 and area number, the reason 1 area and reason 2 area. Now, obviously, I want to subtract this area 1. How will be evaluating half into base? Now, this point we need to get, isn't it? So what is this point? Again, not a big trouble. We are looking for the x-intercept. So that will be, you make the y0, and from there we'll get x equals 5. So the base length, if we see, the base length is going to be how much? 3. And height, if we try to see, already we know the height is over here, 2 root 2. So this gives you how much? 2 root 2. So this gives us how much? 3 root 2. So our final area is going to be 16 root 2 by 3 minus 3 root 2. I hope we are done with. Yeah, so that's the final answer. This is the required answer that will be getting. So in case if you want to further simplify this, you can take LCM and then you can go like 7 root 2 by 3 is the required area. Okay, so let me just give a complete recap what exactly we did. The very first thing we did is we sketched the graph to figure out that which area we are interested in calculating. Then the second part that we have discussed is that you can take the conventional method of finding the area between the curve and split over from 2 to 5, and then again integrate the parabola again from 5 to 6. But then we can see like there is an alternate and easier way to do the same problem, that we integrate the parabola y square equals 2 times 6 minus 6 over the limit 2 to 6, and then we subtract the triangle which is forming due to this straight line. I hope we are clear on this. In case any doubts are there, we can take it up.
I think that's all, sir. We can move further.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Just meanwhile, we go with next question. I just wanted to give a small information to the students watching. We have a JEE Advanced
No,
rank
sir,
predictor.
we are yet to receive the questions.
Okay,
component of force which provides the torque.
So the question. Yeah, meanwhile we get the question. I just have a small information to share with students. We have a JEE Advance rank predictor at where they can go and check the possible rank based on the marks obtained and after the solution is received. So you can expect both rank prediction as well as a solution at FIITJEE website. I'll just give you some hint about it. So you people can log into FIITJEE website, FIITJEE.com, and you can see the JEE Advance 2024 All India Rank Predictor and FIITJEE solution coming soon tag is mentioned. So once this page get active, you will be able to reach to this page. When you click onto that, one page is active. You can give your name, expected marks, and mobile number, and you can complete the rank prediction part. Apart from that, you can get also the solution for JEE 2024 1 and 2 paper. You can click here, and you can enter your name and mobile number. You can get the solution as well. So this is a small information. It will be activated possibly by end of tomorrow, 27th. So you can log in by evening and you can check on that. So again, meanwhile, we get the questions. Now we have certain amount of time left till 10 o'clock. We'll go ahead with our PPT again. We'll understand the structure of the weightage which we were discussing. Are we going with somebody, sir? Somebody has posted a message. Prasad, sir? Fine. I think no. So let's go ahead with our PPT. We'll continue with that part. So this is what we were discussing about physics part, or the weightage of equal class-wise weightage. As we saw before, we saw the total entirely for the entire all subject put together. Combined, we say that. So it's all combined put together 11th and 12th. We saw that it was almost average 50-50. And now we move to physics subject, where we saw some deviation are there. Year-wise, if you see there is a weightage kept on changing. One year it was higher on 11th and another year it was less on higher on 12th. So a student does suggest to read these patterns and keep this patterns observed and make the note of it and use it when they're preparing. We will go further and see the topic wise as well. So this is a combined class wise. So chemistry, some again similar differences. But however, yeah, we have more weightage into 12th year comparatively physics. Mathematics, again, somewhere higher on to 12th. But yes, not much, but yes, it was there. So almost, as I said, it was an equal weightage of 50-50 on an average, combined all subject to put together. But yes, there was some deviation into physics alone. So we go to physics again. We see that topic wise, what is the portion covered, how much the weightage it carries in 2022 to again the 5 years data has been given here. So I just leave it for you people to go to observe and see that. So 2023, 2022, you can see mechanics, electromagnetics, each subject, each topic, maybe probably the thermodynamics, optics, modern physics, miscellaneous. This is how we have segmentized it. Definitely the weightage has variant. You can observe that 2022, we had more of electromagnetics as 33 part, but again, it was less in mechanics. So it kept on changing. So these are the figures that will give you the rough idea. It is not the exactly we want to go it that it will go as it is. That's why we have given a last 5 years figure for you to analyze and decide based on the factors what we have covered right now. Definitely in FIITJEE classrooms, FIITJEE sessions, we try to give it this info more to directly to the students. But the students who are watching from outside, the people who are not connected with FIITJEE system, they can reach to our counselors nearby centers, and then we can have a detailed academic counselors by our expert faculties and understand the system also. They need not to be enrolled student. FIITJEE is always there to help students. So we are happy to help them with this statistics. We are happy to help them and guide with the what has to be done, what preparation required to be done. So please connect with your nearest center. So again, we saw the physics. This is chemistry. You could see the statistics again changing in the chemistry part. Organic, inorganic, and physical, all there's a different variations. So just note down these patterns and keep in mind then how you have to work out. Mathematics for you people. You people can take a screenshot while seeing that, or you can refer our YouTube video is going to be there always on FIITJEE Global YouTube channel, FIITJEE Global School YouTube channel. So you can refer it anytime. See the chapter important also. Physics, we have given here last 10 years, 5 years, through a different level of data is again provided for you. Chapter wise, the ratio is being given, the percentage is being given. This is all for your statistics to refer and work on to that accordingly. Heat and thermodynamics, 13.31, last 5 years, it was more. So average in 10 years, it was less. So this is how you refer it. Ray optimics, modern physics, all these people, you can take a screenshot of this. This is for just for info and statistics, which is provided for you people to prepare and work on it. This is the average of last 5 years. So we'll go by chemistry again next. Then again, chemistry is a big points we have given here. So I hope you people can capture it. You can see it. 2003, 2020, 22, 21, 20, 19. Total mark in last 5 years. All this data is available. Chapter wise data is available. You can note down all these chapters. You can take a screenshot of it. Go through it. So I pause for a minute if you people would like to take a snap of it. Now we go to chemistry next again. These are some most important chapters in chemistry. As I said, the people who are connected with FIITJEE, certain students who initially connected with FIITJEE, definitely these are all info will be always shared in classrooms. The people who are not, they can definitely come to FIITJEE centers, connect with our counselors, connect with our senior faculties, get these data. It will be very helpful. Mathematics. So as we are talking about the all India ranks in starting, we were saying that yes, only with the 40 to 45% average marks in JEE Advance, you can be in top 5,000. But as I said, it is not about being on top 5,000 or 2,000. It is about what your goal is, what you want to do, what department you want to choose, what colleges you want to join. This all factors connected to that. So try to work on to that. Try to identify the potential in you and work within that. So again, 50 to 55% marks gives you 2,000 ranks, and I think 2,000 rank is tremendous. You can join almost the course you desire. This is one of the dream if you want to do that. 75 to 85% marks on an All India rank 100. Probably one best thing to be achieved in JEE Advanced rank exams. So remember, in JEE Advanced, most of this questions will be a multi-concept based on having a basic knowledge. Is better. So this, as I said, these are some concepts which is being shown for your reference. It's not a big important chapters I mentioned. It doesn't mean that you don't cover other chapters. It has some important chapters which you should try. Apart, if you're taking for the aiming for ranks and all, you should go for more chapters. You should see other chapter as well. So this is something which we try to give you as a hint. If you are trying to aim a rank and you want to get a dream rank, cover the entire basics. There's something cycle which we have basic with some good questions. Do not overthrow. This all AITS, GMP, maybe the student who are already there in FIITJEE will be able to connect better. But yes, again, as I said, the student who are not there in FIITJEE, there is always way to get this. We have a lot of non-classroom programs where they can connect with this kind of materials. They can get these materials. We have our CRP, non-CRP programs where you can just source the materials and you can prepare on your home. Maybe FIITJEE students would be able to connect with this material because they have the availability in classroom. So this terms AITS, GMP, which is a lot of archives and tests we have like national level test, mock tests. So this goes into FIITJEE classrooms, but yes, you people also can access, the people who are watching it from outside, that you can also access. You have a MyPad platform from FIITJEE. You people have other options of non-classroom programs where you can refer to that and access to these materials as well. So there's a certain ranking which practices which we suggest to our students. If you want to do, try this. See, what decides your rank? Previous and in-depth and mode. Every mock test, what you need to do. So certain criteria or certain hints we are suggesting. So you can refer to this here. More than score, check your time management, ability to find and solve easy, moderate questions. So these are some ideas we are giving you. Reducing your mistakes and avoiding negative marks. This can be done a frequent mock test only. It is not that you do a single test and it is sufficient. You, apart from that, whatever you're doing in your classroom sessions, we would suggest try to have more mock tests or more mock tests in home with the available platforms. JEE, there are a lot of platforms available. Try to do that at home. Take up as much as possible mock tests to correct these parameters what we have mentioned here. And this is one of the important point. Make sure you're doing a proper test analysis of every mock paper. This is one of the important point. It doesn't just mean that you take a mock test and you leave thing that's okay, it's done. You have to practice and you have to monitor your practice as well, and you have to see that where you're landing up, whether you're improving, whether there are certain aspects we need to cover up. So all these things is very important. Keep on asking your faculties, available faculties. If you're class teacher, if you're not connected with FIITJEE, you can ask your teachers in school, ask them to help it. But do a lot of practices. It is important. So that's how it is goes. All the best to the students who are preparing for the next coming up year, JEE 2025 and 2026. If the students are with FIITJEE, definitely they can connect with us for more proper goal setting sessions, proper guidance. They can connect with us. And if not, also, we have no restrictions as such. Come and meet us, do just a free goal setting analysis by our counselor or faculty, so you can understand your potential. FIITJEE conduct a lot of admission tests throughout the year to identify your potentials. Take up those tests, write those tests. Joining is a different part in the program, but yes, if you have a dream, definitely you can join. But yes, you would like to check your potentials. You would like to analyze your potentials. Definitely you can do that. Go to FIITJEE.com and you can register for the next test and see the potential where you stand up at the moment. Evaluate yourself. There is a detailed test analysis is available, which will help you to understand where you stand right now comparative to the national level, where you're going wrong, which concepts you are very good. A detailed analysis will be provided based on those tests. So it's for the people who are preparing for the future. Try that, do that. So fine then. At the moment, do we have more questions, sir? Prasad, sir?
Yes, sir. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
In another 2 minutes, MK sir will come in live.
Fine, sir. So meanwhile, I can just show you some FIITJEE upcoming tests or contact details which need to be utilized if you're planning to connect with FIITJEE centers. So this is some contact center, contact numbers which is given. You people can take a snapshot of it. We will also post in our YouTube and all those platforms where we are doing broadcasting today. Apart from that, you can take a snapshot of it. Coimbatore, if you're trying to reach, if you're in Tamil Nadu and if you're trying to reach Coimbatore centers, you can contact on that. If you're trying to reach in Chennai centers, that's a number 8791999199. All India number 7825895400. So these all we would suggest you to time is important factor here. When you're connecting, we want your query to be answered. There a lot of time it happens that people try to reach a center when beyond the working hours. So yes, we will definitely respond to the query next day. But to have an immediate response to the query, we would suggest try to maintain the timings 10 to 7 a.m. where people are there. Maybe when you do a missed call, possibilities are there. It will take 1 or 2 days to call you back. But inquiry timing, if maintained, you can get your doubts cleared immediately. You might be able to fix a video counseling session with our counselors. That will be even more helpful. So you can have a Zoom meeting with our counselors and you can connect with them and immediately done a small level of counseling done, and then you can walk into the center and clear out your doubts later on also. So I would suggest try to maintain the timing. You will be able to do connect through WhatsApp also. You can connect with WhatsApp of the available numbers. But these are some IVR numbers we have right now where we get your calls and details recorded, and then we call further if we miss the call. So I'll share
Karthik,
some.
sir?
Yes, sir.
MND sir is ready, sir, now.
Fine, sir. Fine, sir.
You can welcome.
So we have Tyagarajan sir again joining us.
MNT, sir.
MNT. Oh, okay, Nishant sir. Okay, fine. So Nishant sir is there with us. He's one of the senior member of JEE team.
Panelist.
Yeah, please, sir. I'll do that. So guys, we have Nishant sir, one of our senior maths faculty available right now to help you out with the question, JEE Advance question. Please welcome him and let him connect. So Nishant sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. And please go ahead with your question.
I'll just share my screen with the question. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So now, if you look at this question, it's an MCQ multiple choice correct question. You need to have a strategy to solve it faster. So there's a parabola given. So we need to extract the basic information out of this. So y square is equal to 4x. If you compare, you got the value of a as 2. Now, if you look at this situation, it's a parabola opening rightwards, and the point C minus 4 comma 0 is on x-axis minus 4 comma 0. So if you're drawing two tangents, they will be touching the parabola at symmetrical 2 points. So if one of the point is 80 square, parametric is always the best choice. 80 square comma 280. The other point will be 80 square comma minus 280. Now, what is being asked? The four options being given: OA, AB, orthocenter. Orthocenter possibilities are 0, 0 or 1, 1. That means any one of them is only right. And these two things need to be checked individually. So if you look at the point, this point is given as point C, and these are the 2 points given as A and B. Now, let us see that if you look at that point of intersection of tangents drawn at 2 points T1 and T2, that is A T1 T2, comma A times of T1 plus T2. I just have to look at the x coordinate from here. If this is made equal to -4, A is equal to 2, and T1 T2 is equal to -4, which gives you T1 T2 is equal to -2. Now here T1 and T2 are same in magnitude, but different in sign. So if one value I'm taking as T, other value is actually -T. Putting this here will give you -T square is equal to -2, which gives you T value as plus or minus √2. So the 2 points here can be found by one place put to as T as √2, other as -√2. So we have got this information. Now I have to check what is my AB. Now, if you look at this first vertical part, this whole length is nothing but 2AT into 2 values. That means 4AT. 4, A value is 2, and T value is √2. That gives you 8√2. Whereas the value given is AB as 16, then this option is wrong. Now, next comes OA. For finding out OA, O is origin as usual. This is pretty simple Pythagoras theorem. We join here. Now, this value, let me just change the color for you to. This value is 80 square, sorry, 280. And this value is 80 square. So I can actually find out these values from the given data. Let me call this value as, say, x here. So OX will be equal to 80 square, which is eventually 2 into T square is again 2, that is 4. And AX will be 280, which is 2 into √2. That is 4√2. Applying Pythagoras theorem, you get the value of, just a second, AB as square root of OX square plus AX square, which is square root of 16 plus 32, which is √48, which is 4√3, which is my, sorry, just let me. Which is my option A. So my option A is correct in this one. Now, for finding orthocenter of triangle CAB, I can do multiple methods, but again, if one of them is odd one out, I can actually find out the slope of this line, OA, and slope of any of the tangent, this tangent. If they are perpendicular, then O is the orthocenter, because this line is anyway perpendicular, and any perpendicular line to the other side will be cutting at the orthocenter alone. So I just had to find out the slope of OA. O is origin 0, 0. A is 80 square, 280. So slope of OA will be 280 by 80 square. A cancel, T cancel. I got this to be 2 by T, which is nothing but √2. And if I look at the slope of tangent at B, that equation is Ty is equal to x plus 80 square. From there, you can find the slope is nothing but 1 upon T. And for a point B, whose T value is -√2, the slope will come out to be -1 upon √2. So -1 upon √2 is the slope of line CB. and the line OA has a slope √2, and the product is nothing but -1. That means both the lines are perpendicular. Hence, O is the orthocenter of this triangle. That means C is correct. This will be definitely wrong. So even though there is a method where you can actually find out the slope of means line equation and find the point of intersection, but I believe in multiple choice situation, you can choose any one of them and go ahead with that. So that's how this multiple choice question can be done. Students, do you have any doubt? Anyone has any doubt in this?
In the question it is given.
Sir, I think we don't have much of student connected in Zoom platform right now. I think people are watching at YouTube. So definitely if we have any queries, we'll forward to you right now.
The loop is given I,
okay, fine.
And the mass of the
so
loop.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And
the loop is given. Radius of the loop
Kishore
is
sir
given.
connecting next, I think. Prasad sir?
Kishore sir is ready, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fine. Sir. So right next we have Kishore sir again presenting a question, clearing out the doubt. I think Kishore sir, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope you are able to see the screen and listen to me.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes. So this is a probability question, and I can say it is NCERT question, and it has a very popular NCERT question, very frequently coming in CBSE exams. It is given that, let me read the question first. A student can answer the question in two ways. There is a question, it can be answered in two ways. One is knows the answer, you know the answer, and other is he guesses the answer. These are the things, two ways student will answer. It is also given that he knows the answer, his answer is always correct. When he knows the answer, it is always correct. Given that he guesses the answer, the probability that it is correct is 1/2. When he guesses and it is correct is 1/2. Given that his answer is correct, the probability that he guesses is 1/6. Find the probability that he knows the answer. So something like given informations, let me write. He guesses answer, I'm sorry. Guesses the answer that it is correct. Is 0.5. Another one is given that his answer is correct. That he guesses. Is 1/6. Now find the probability that he knows the answer. Find the probability that he knows the answer. Let me take this as X. Find the probability that he knows the answer. This is the question. Because there are only two cases, he guesses the answer or knows the answer. So when I take he knows the answer as X, then probability of he guesses the answer is total probability minus he knows the answer. So 1 minus X. Okay. And probability of guessing given that answer is correct is 1/6 is given, this particular one. Guessing given that answer is correct is 1/6. this is happening. This is given to us. Okay. If I apply total probability theorem on this, I mean to say conditional probability theorem on this. So probability of given intersection, it is correct, divided by probability of, that means given intersection correct plus total probability will come here, knows, and it is correct, which is 1/6. So as per this, I can say 1 minus x probability of given, this is, and correct, and it is given, which is 1/6, not 1/6, given, and the answer is correct is 0.5. Okay, so it is going to be 1/2 divided by 1 minus x into 1/2 plus. He knows the answer. He knows the answer. That is x we have taken. He knows the answer given that it is correct. Whenever it is, he knows the answer that is always correct is given, which is 1, sure event. So which is 1/6. So you get here 1 minus x by 1 minus x plus 2x is 1/6, which gives 6 minus 6x equal to 1 plus x. So you get 5x to be, 7x to be 5. So x equal to 5/7. Probability of known is 5/7. Hope this is clear. Yes, Karthik. Karthik ji.
Yes, sir. You can. Then we can move it, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Then
MK sir.
Right now we. MK sir. Yes, sir. Kumresh sir is coming with the next question. So let's connect with him.
Done, sir, all questions? I think. Sir, who will win, sir?
Yes.
So that,
Sir, you can go ahead, sir. Kumresh sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, all of you again. So this is one of the one more problem from that 3-dimension geometry. Okay. This also we can say like almost like NCERT level only. Okay. The problem says what? A line is passing through a point. It's a multi-option problem. A line passing through a point P and parallel to a line x minus 1 by 1 equal to y minus 2 by 2 equal to z minus 3 by 1 intersect to the plane P1 at Q. So our aim is what? To find the point Q. So to find the point Q, first read the line equation. So what is the first line equation? If you say L1, the first line equation must be what? Line is passing through a point 1, 2, 3. So we can write as x minus 1 and is what? Parallel to a line. So x minus 1 by 1, y minus 3 by 2, and z minus 2 by 1. Now, the line will intersect the plane at Q. So let's say what? Any point on the line is what? R plus 1, 2R plus 3, R plus 2. Now this point must lie on the plane also to get the point Q. So for getting the point Q, the point must lie on the plane. What do you have? So R plus 1 minus 2R minus 3 plus 3 into Z. So 3R plus 6 must be equal to 6. Now we can see what this 6 will get cancelled. So we can find the value of R from this expression. So 3R plus R, 4R minus 2R will get R. means 2r. So plus minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2 is equal to 0. So r equal to 1. So if r equal to 1, I can get the point directly to what? The point Q. So therefore, the point Q is what? Put r equal to 1. So 2 into 1, 2 plus 3, 5. And r equal to 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So we can get the point Q directly from this part. And we can look at the first part of the problem is what length of PQ. I can get the direct answer from these two parts. What is the length of PQ? Root over of the distance between these 2 points. So 1 minus 2, the whole square, plus 3 minus 5, the whole square, plus 2 minus 3, the whole square, which must be equal to what? Root over of 1 plus 4 plus 1, which equal to root 6. So we can get easily, the students can get easily the partial mark because it's a multi-option problem, just like what NCERT problem, right? Now we'll see for the next part. The same, we can find the perimeter also. We got the, means we need to find the point R now. Why? The point B and C, if it's the option, we need to get the point R. Now we'll see the point R. What is the point R? A line is passing through Q and perpendicular to the plane P1. So the equation, the second line is what passing to the point Q. I got the point Q. So line passing to a point and perpendicular to the plane. So what is the line equation? L2 x minus 2 by the P1 plane is a perpendicular. So the normal to the plane, they must have same direction ratio. So 1 equal to y minus 5 by minus 1 equal to z minus 3 by 3. This is what the line 2. Now, the line 2 intersect the plane at R. Now, let's see what any point on L2 is what you can write. The standard form is what? S. Let's say this equal to S. I'll get what? Any point. S minus plus 2. If it is equal to S, what do you have the other one? Y coordinate minus S plus 5, comma 3S plus 3. Now for the point R, the point must lie on the plane P2. So for the point R, any point must lie on the second plane. So what you have? 2 into S plus 2. Right, 2 into S plus 2 plus a minus Y coordinate. So minus S plus 5 minus S plus 5 plus Z. Z equal to what? 3S plus 3. This equal to what? Minus 4. So you can get the value of R easily from this part. So 2S minus minus plus. So S. So 2 plus 1, 3 plus 3, 6x. So plus S plus 3S. Plus 4 minus 5 plus 3 equal to minus 4. Right. So from here we'll get 6S, 3 plus 2, 1 plus 1. 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1, 6 equal to minus 6. We'll get as S equal to minus. So therefore, the point R equal to what? S equal to minus 1. So 1, comma 6, comma 0. So I got the point R. So if you look at here, you can find easily for what? Centroid of the triangle PQR. So you can find the centroid of the triangle PQR is what? X1. We got the point R, this point Q, and as per the given condition, point P is what? 1, 3, 2. So we can find the centroid will be equal to what? X1 plus X2 plus X3 by X1 plus X2 plus X3 by 3, Y1 plus Y2 plus Y3 by 3, and Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 by 3. So 1 plus 2 plus 1 by 3, comma 3 plus point Y coordinate 5 plus 6 by 3, and the what is Z coordinate? The Z coordinate, we can find it out easily from this part as 2, 3, 0. So 2 plus 3 plus 0 by 3. Okay, so which should be equal to what? 4 by 3, 14 by 3, and 5 by 3. Option C will come. And I have not found the value. We can find that length of now all the 3 points are known to us. And we already knew what the PQ length, right? We're going to find what perimeter. PQ length, it's a root 6, right? So now we need to find what RQ. We can find the length of RQ and PQ. So we're going to find what perimeter. If you look at the option B, the perimeter of the triangle PQR. We got the length of PQ is what? Root and RP. Let's say for the length of QR, right? The length of QR must be equal to what? The point Q is known to us and R also known to us. So what do you have? Distance of QR, root over of QR, 2 minus 1. So 1 square plus 5 minus 6, again 1 square, plus 3 minus 0, 3 square. So 3 plus 9 plus 1 plus 1, root 11. Okay. And we can find the length of RQ. Okay, so if you find that's a PR now, so you're going to find the length of PR. What do you get for the PR length? The length of PR. We'll find the length of PR is equal to P and R point. So 1 root over of the point R is what? 1, 6, 0. So 1 minus 1, 0 square. 3 minus 6 plus 3 square. 2, so plus 2 square. We can get what? Is equal to root of 13. Right? 3 square is 9 plus 4, root 13. So definitely what? Option B cannot come. So this answer is what? Option A and C. Okay, right? I hope this is clear for everyone. This is our direct formula based problem from, we can say, from NCERT. Okay. Thank you, Kartik ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So I hope students are getting some
Sir, Jagdish
useful
sir will be ready, sir, with next one.
Now we have again Jagdish ji coming up. Please go ahead.
Yes, Kartik. Yeah, so we have a question from Parabola. I hope all of you can see the screen. You can see a normal to parabola x square minus 4ay. You can see the parabola is open downward parabola. Is drawn from the point 0, minus alpha. You can see it is on y-axis. The point is on y-axis, where alpha is greater than 0. Right, and slope of normal is 1 by root 6. So they have given m value directly. So when we take a parabola, so we would be getting something of so we'll get a parabola of something of this form. And they're saying some point 0, minus alpha. And we are drawing a normal. You can see slope of a normal is 1 by root 6. They have given value positive. So obviously the line makes acute angle. So we can say the normal could be something of this form. Something of this form. So now the next one, the line passing through 0, minus alpha is drawn parallel to directrix. You know, for this parabola x square is equal to minus 4ay. We'll have focus somewhere here, that is 0, minus a, and lattice rectum will be y is equal to minus a. So the directrix would be y is equal to plus a here. So now the line is parallel to that. So now directrix is somewhere here, that would be y is equal to a line. So maybe I'll take the line itself somewhere here. This is y is equal to a line. So now the line is drawn parallel to, you can say, So let us take the line somewhere here. So now this is a line which they are talking about it. So you can see it here. This is the line which we are talking about it. So now the line is drawn parallel to directrix, intersects the parabola at point A and B. So we can take these 2 points as A and B. So let's take this as A and this is B. And they are saying mod of, you can say AB square is yes. So basically we have to calculate AB length. If we know alpha value, then we can tell AB length, right? If I know this alpha value, then we can tell AB length. To calculate alpha value only, they have given slope and this normal line equation and all, we have to write it. So at length of lattice rectum, that is Fourier. You know that they have given a parabola which is open downward, and the equation is x square is equal to minus 4ay. So what is length of lattice rectum? Length of lattice rectum would be 4a. So we know this value. So now only thing which we have to calculate is alpha value. So if we calculate alpha value, so to calculate alpha value, what we can take? We can take the equation of normal line. So that is, you can take y is equal to, you can say mx minus 2a minus a by m square. You can take it like this. They said this is passing through 0 comma minus alpha. So let us substitute. So minus alpha is equal to m into 0 minus 2a minus a into, they have given already m value is 1 by root 6. So we can take this as 6. So we are getting basically minus alpha is equal to minus 8a. So which we'll be getting it as alpha is equal to 8a. So due to this reason, now what happens? Now this particular thing becomes 0 comma minus 8a. So now we are getting this as 0 comma minus 8a. So if that is the case, then what is the equation of this line which we are taking parallel to directrix? That line becomes y is equal to minus 8a. So the line drawn parallel to directrix would be y is equal to minus 8a. So if this is the line, then point A and B we can calculate it. We can easily calculate the point because the parabola is x square is equal to minus 4ay. So when I substitute x square is equal to 32a square, because we are substituting this particular thing here. So we will be basically getting x is equal to plus or minus 4 root 2a. So we are able to calculate AB length. AB length is basically what? Now this becomes actually, yes, 4 root 2a. So now AB value will be able to get it. Once you get AB value, we'll be able to tell even AB square value also. Right? AB square value also will be able to tell. So once we calculate AB square, then we can directly take R divided by S. R value is 4A and S value, what is the value we are getting? Here we'll be getting this is 8 root 2A. So this will become 128A square. So we can go for 128A square. So we just have to simplify this. So you will be getting A value. So that's the only thing you need to observe. So here final value of A will be getting it as 1 by 2. So basically, if you observe the question is very direct one. It's you can say up to board level, not even up to JEE level. It's a scoring question, you can say. Only thing is you just have to know how to write the equation of normal here. That particular part you just have to take care. Right? Yeah. Yes, Kadi. Yeah.
Thank you, Jagdish ji. And now I think we can
Yes.
move to Navneet sir. is ready with this final question, I think.
2 minutes, sir. 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah, fine, sir.
2 minutes. That is the
So
last.
students, I think you would have enjoyed the session by now. A lot of students would have got the most of questions covered, I believe. We had plenty of maths question attended here today. Side by side, we have physics, chemistry sessions going as well. So the people who have dropped the question in other subjects, I think they would have seen that as well. If they could not catch the question, definitely they can catch the entire discussion session in YouTube at FIITJEE Global School YouTube channel later on stage. Meanwhile, Navneet sir connects. I'll just give you small info about. I was talking about like the practice exams which you can do. So I'll give you a small idea how you can do that. So you people have to just log into the FIITJEE website and
You can
go
invite,
for
sir.
register for.
Okay. You can invite
We have, sir?
MNDK, sir.
Fine. Okay, now Navneet sir is ready with the question. So we students will go to that first and we'll see. Navneet sir, you can connect now. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, good evening once again. So I think this is one of the last questions we'll be discussing today.
Okay,
So
okay, sir.
yeah, so I have come up with a log question. Okay. So let us see what that is. So the given information is that let A is equal to 3 root 2 and B is equal to 1 upon 5 power 1 by 6 into 6 power 1 by 2. And it's also given that 3x plus 2y is equal to log 18 base A to the power 5 by 4. And also 2x plus y sorry, I think I got disconnected in between. Yeah, can you see the screen shared?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can see that.
Okay, my voice is audible clearly?
Yeah, yes, it is clear.
Yeah, okay. So I'll continue.
You can continue. You can go ahead.
So let us look at there are two equations here. Let's call equation 1 and equation 2. Let's analyze the first equation. So what is the RHS of the equation 1? Let's look at them. So we have log of 18, and 18 we know that is a number 3 root 2 square. Actually, 18 also 3 root 2. That's the reason why I wrote 18 as 3 root 2 square. And so therefore, this will directly become 5 by 2, isn't it? It directly becomes 5 by 2, which means our equation 1 becomes 3x plus 2y is equal to 5 by 2. So that's your first equation. Then I will check the RHS of equation 2. Now, so before going to the RHS of equation 2, we need to just look at the number 1080. So what is that number? How can you write it in the prime factorized form? So 1080 is actually, if you see, this is 108 into 10, and 108 is 36 times and you can write the 10 as 2 into 5. So overall, you can see that this is a 6 cube. So it's a 5 into a 6 cube actually. Why am I writing like that? Because in the B also we have 5 and 6 there, isn't it? Okay, so what I do is I rewrite the B this time. Okay, so B is basically what? B is a 5 power 1 by 6 into, 5 power minus 1 by 6 into 6 power. Let's rewrite that as 6 power 3 power minus 1 by 6. Okay, that will be fine, I guess. So let us rewrite this in this way. 6 power 3. Now, why am I doing like that? So that I can combine that as a 1080 power minus 1 by 6. So that is the reason why I do that. And so hence, now the equation 2 becomes what? So 2x plus y is equal to log of 1080 power 1 by 2. Base is 1080 power minus 1 by 6. So overall, it becomes 1 by 2 upon minus 1 by 6. Right? That is a property of log, basically. What property am I using? I'm using the property that log of x power n to the base a power m is equal to n by m log x base a. Yeah. So this property I'm using here. Yeah. Okay. You may have to take the mod in case if x is a negative number or n is an even number. But anyway, we're not getting into those details. Here we have 1080 is anyway a positive number. So it becomes now becomes minus 3. So hence we have the second equation as 2x plus y is equal to minus 3. I hope we are correct here. So we have got two equations, 1 and 2, and we have to solve equations 1 and 2. To just find x. So let us multiply the second equation by a 2 so that I can rewrite that as 4x plus 2y is equal to minus 6. So that this is the new equation 2. If you want to call it as equation 3. And then solve equation 1 and 3 by just subtracting them. So I guess we get x is equal to minus 6 minus 5. So, and now let's find out y. We can use the second equation to find y. It becomes 2 into minus 17 by 2 plus y is equal to minus 3. So we get y is equal to 14. And what we are asked to find? We are asked to find 4x plus 5y. So the answer in that case will become 4 times x minus 17 by 2 plus 5 times 14. So that's a minus 34 added to a 70. I think that should be a 36. Right. So that is the method for solving this question. Okay. So this is I would say, easy to moderate level question from the topic log. Okay. So yeah, that's all from this question.
Thanks for that.
So yeah. So thanks for giving this opportunity. So yeah, thank you all, and so hope all the students have done this examination very well. Let's wait for the results. Okay. So yeah, that's all from my side. So thank you for this opportunity. And
thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all the team for connecting today and giving all the students the much needed clarity on the confusion they would have after appearing the exam today. So next thing is result. Probably the students would be looking forward for the results. Don't panic out for the result. Don't stress out for the result. Let it go. Hope for the best. You people would have done all the best efforts today. So let it mature and do not stress about the result. The most of people have the habit, more than test, we people fear for the result. That's a habit we have normally. So just relax and wait for the results. Thank you, students. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for connecting today. Prasad sir, would you like to address anything?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. It was a wonderful session. And as I said, it will be there for students to access in YouTube, FIITJEE Global School. You people can watch it anytime. Thank you. Good night, all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
All the best, students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.